biggest difference when it comes to keeping business moving. We get it. We're the same way, offering access to product experts to help you quickly and easily find what you need. So whatever your industry, you know you're always getting professional-grade products. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It was your father's leather chair, and his father's before that. It's where you can sink back from a busy day and enjoy some well-crafted comfort. Which is why you also choose Bank Rhode Island. Because with the straightforward delivery of services and our commitment to serve with integrity and trust, you have a bank committed to craft the comfort of a better banking experience. It's banking well-crafted from Bank RI. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
O'Reilly. Increase your vehicle's performance and gas mileage with Lucas Fuel Treatment at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Simply add it to your tank at your next fill-up to eliminate carbon and varnish deposits. Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for $10. See store for details. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When you're on the road, you'll be glad you chose T-Mobile, the network that covers more highway miles with 5G than anyone. And when you're on the side of the road with a flat tire or that dreaded check engine light, know that help will be there soon. Because AAA also chose T-Mobile to be their exclusive wireless partner, connecting their AAA-owned fleet of vehicles across the country. See why the companies you trust depend on T-Mobile. And learn more about our network at T-Mobile.com/coverage.
Jones and Mego, weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And this is the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Joe Weil with you here from Fenway Park as we get you set for the series finale between the Red Sox and the Blue Jays. First pitch coming up at 1:35 here from Boston. It's time now for the FanDuel Bet du jour, brought to you by FanDuel, official partner of Major League Baseball. And yesterday I struck out. I went with Jarren Duran, 2 hits or more with plus odds, and he ends up snapping his 7-game hitting streak, so you can put that on me. Today I'm going with Justin Turner, 2+ total bases. It's at minus 115 odds on FanDuel. Reason I'm going to go with Justin Turner is he's 5 for 8 lifetime against Chris Bassett. He faced him twice. So in 2 starts against him, 5 for 8. He has 2 doubles against him as well. One of the starts was when he was with the Dodgers playing against Bassett when he was with Oakland, and then a second time last year against the Mets when Bassett was with the Mets. He ended up playing against him as well. So he's 5 for 8 lifetime against Chris Bassett. I'm going with Justin Turner today again with 2 or more total bases at minus 115 odds. It's time now for the Subaru of New England scoreboard update. Don't miss out on a Subaru summer. Make the most of the summer in a brand new 2023 Subaru. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com. There is only one game in progress, but it might be the spiciest game of the day. White Sox versus Guardians, 2-2 game, bottom of the 5th inning. Now, if you miss what happened yesterday between these two teams, there was a brawl in Cleveland. Jose Ramirez slid into second base on an RBI double. He thought Tim Anderson tagged him too hard. Before that, Tim Anderson had been jawing at Cleveland, so Jose Ramirez already not liking that. And then the two guys got into it, and you have to hear the call from the legendary Cleveland Guardians broadcaster Tom Hamilton on the fight. Here it is.
Slide, safe, and in to score is Jimenez. And another hustle double. Right over the bag at first. Now Hosey and Anderson square off. They're fighting. They're swinging. Down goes Anderson. Down goes Anderson.
Just an incredible call there from Tom Hamilton. So Jose Ramirez gets Tim Anderson with a right-hand hook. Anderson falls to the ground. And then after the game, Terry Francona, of course, longtime manager with the Red Sox, and now the manager of the Guardians, was asked after the game about the swing there from Jose Ramirez. He was asked, what did you think of Jose Ramirez's left-hand hook? And then Terry Francona took a couple seconds and said it was actually his right hand, and then said he listened to Tom Hamilton's call after that, said it's not something to necessarily laugh about, but certainly enjoyed the call there from Tom Hamilton. Now, the Guardians did lose yesterday, but again, this game, 2-2 game, bottom of the fifth inning. Thanks to Joe Braverman for pulling up that audio. In the American League East today, the Yankees are at home against the Houston Astros. That's a 1:35 start time. Jose Urquidy going for the Astros. Carlos Rodon, who's just 1-4 with a 6.29 ERA in his first of 6 years with the Yankees. He gets the start for New York as the Yankees look to take the final game of that 4-game set. They won yesterday. Baltimore is looking for a sweep against the New York Mets. That's a 1:35 start time. And right now the O's have a 3-game lead on Tampa Bay for the top spot in the American League East. And speaking of the Rays, they're at Detroit today. It is a 1:40 start time to that contest. Elsewhere, Philly's at home against Kansas City. Cincinnati's taking on Washington. Minnesota's at home against Arizona. Milwaukee's taking on Pittsburgh. St. Louis squares off against Colorado. The Chicago Cubs are going up against the Atlanta Braves. Texas against Miami. The Angels go up against the Seattle Mariners. The M's one of the two teams sandwiched in between the Blue Jays and the Red Sox in the wildcard standings. They get going at 4:07. Oakland squaring off against San Francisco, and then the Dodgers round out the slate against the Padres in San Diego at 7 p.m. It's time now for the BMW Keys to the Game, brought to you by BMW, the ultimate driving machine. And my key to the game for the Red Sox is play up to Chris Bassett's splits. And here's what I mean by that. Chris Bassett has dominated right-handed hitters, but he has struggled against left-handed hitters. Left-handed hitters have a 900 OPS against them. Their slash line 278 average, 361 on base percentage, 539 slugging percentage, with 16 home runs in 277 plate appearances. Right-handed hitters, 285 plate appearances, just a 206 average, 263 on base percentage, 294 slugging percentage, and a 557 OPS. So left-handed hitters are doing so much better against Bassett than right-handed hitters, and Alex Cora, seeing those numbers, has stacked his lineup with 6 left-handed hitters, including 5 of the first 6 batters in his lineup. So the Red Sox have to exploit that split. Another one to watch out for is Bassett is much better at home than he is on the road. His away stats really are much different than what he does in Toronto. He has a 5.63 ERA away from home in 12 starts. He's given up 16 home runs away from home. Meanwhile, in Toronto, 6-2, 2.56 ERA in 11 starts. He's averaging over a strikeout per inning at home. That's not the case on the road. So the Red Sox, of course, playing here at Fenway Park with a lineup stacked with a lot of left-handed hitters, have a golden opportunity to really square up the baseball against Chris Bassett. He struggles against lefties. He struggles on the road. So a golden opportunity here for the Red Sox to salvage the series finale. They're going with Brennan Bernardino as the opener, and then it will be Chris Murphy as the bulk guy after that. So those are the BMW keys to the game. Lisa, 2023 BMW X3 xDrive 30i for $619 per month. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. And here is the injury report presented by Ketchus Law Group, New England's personal injury pros since 1986. Ketchus has won over $1 billion for their injured clients, and you never have to pay unless Ketchus wins. Injured? Schedule a free legal evaluation by calling 508-321-7000 or at catcheslaw.com. The big story, Trevor Story. He's rehabbing from his internal brace procedure, playing with Worcester again today. He's getting the start at shortstop, and he hit a 2-run home run in his first at-bat today. Now, the big news before today's game, Alex Cora said Trevor Story will play again for Worcester on Tuesday and Wednesday. His rehab assignment clock expires Wednesday, so he would join the Red Sox after that. But there was a thought he'd join the team on Monday. That's now not going to be the case. Meanwhile, it is Chris Sale getting the start for the Woo Sox today. He's already through an inning. He has 2 strikeouts in a scoreless frame, of course, working his way back from the left shoulder injury. He's slated to go roughly 3 or 4 innings. Tanner Houck started for the Woo Sox yesterday. He went an inning and 2/3, struck out 3, and also walked 3, while allowing 2 runs on 3 hits, 46 pitches for Houck, 27 strikes. And as I mentioned, he allowed 2 runs on 3 singles while walking 3 and striking out 3. Fastball sat at 91 to 92 miles per hour and then topped out at 93. So with Tanner Houck, Alex Cora has said he will likely make 1 or 2 additional rehab appearances, while there's a good chance that Sale will be activated after his outing today. Have to give a shout out to Cedon Rafaela, who hit a home run for a 5th consecutive game yesterday. He's already 1 for 1 today. So his OPS with the Woo Sox is now over 1,000. It's at 1,060 with a 323 average. He continues to impress for the Red Sox in their farm system. We'll see if he ends up getting up here with the team in 2023. You've been listening to the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Hang tight. The Red Sox are in action next. Want to thank Joe Braverman, Bridget Prue back at the WEEI studios. I'm Joe Weil saying so long. Red Sox Blue Jays coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show. Proudly brought to you by Mass Mutual. Mass Mutual. Insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Surf and Turf is now on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Today through Thursday, get value pack beef T-bone with porterhouse steak and bags of raw shrimp, all just $6.97 a pound. When you use the digital coupon, you're limited to 2 packages. Save on the best of the land and sea. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Why?
If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this a lot.
Why?
Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why?
Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
When looking for a partner in your property search, know that agents who are realtors are different. Realtors are bound by a code of ethics, putting your best interests first. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail. The ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small stuff. Because you know the tiniest thing can make the biggest difference when it comes to keeping business moving. We get it. We're the same way. Offering access to product experts to help you quickly and easily find what you need. So whatever your industry, you know you're always getting professional-grade products. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You could spend your weekend cleaning the house, watching TV, or how about hiking a scenic mountain trail with roaring waterfalls and stunning views? Reconnect with nature on the awe-inspiring hiking, biking, and walking trails of Columbia and Montour counties in central PA. The trails at Ricketts Glen alone stretch over 26 miles and take you past 21 breathtaking waterfalls. Explore America's oldest rails-to-trail in Danville, or one of Columbia County's many famous covered bridges. Find a new adventure this summer. Visit iTourColumbiaMontour.com and start planning your escape.
Every success you've had began with a great opportunity. Now, here's another one. Make your next career move with a degree from University of Maryland Global Campus. Choose from more than 125 degree and certificate programs featuring online and hybrid courses, faster onboarding, and no-cost digital resources in the place of most textbooks. Get started on your degree or certificate online and move closer to your career goals. No application fee through August 31st. Learn more at umgc.edu.
Every day, more dog people and more vets are quitting the kibble, kicking the cans, and feeding their dogs dog food that's actually, well, food. The Farmer's Dog Food is developed with vets, made fresh from real meat and veggies, portioned for your dog and delivered right to your door, making it easy to feed your dog real food with real benefits for them. Get 50% off your first box of smarter, healthier pet food at thefarmersdog.com/dogdays. That's thefarmersdog.com/dogdays.
It was your father's leather chair, and his father's before that. It's where you can sink back from a busy day and enjoy some well-crafted comfort, which is why you also choose Bank Rhode Island. Because with the straightforward delivery of services and our commitment to serve with integrity and trust, you have a bank committed to craft the comfort of a better banking experience. It's banking well crafted from Bank RI. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is...
And the Boston Red Sox are the world champions!
Red Sox baseball.
And it is good! And Boston strong!
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
For the first time in 86 years!
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh. Catches Law Group, New England's injury law pros at catcheslaw.com.
And it's good!
Subaru of New England. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Mass Mutual. Insurance, planning, investments. Sponsored by Nissan. Save on the action-packed Nissan lineup today at the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event. Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipeline.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Big Y World-Class Market. It's more than food. It's my Big Y. Buy cars for kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
Looking up, Grand Slam!
By Mike's Amazing, the official mayonnaise of the Boston Red Sox. Ford Trucks, official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
We're going to drive to left field. There are a couple runs way gone.
Arbella, here for good. And by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Long gone into the monster seats.
Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Holy cow!
Sponsored by Sherwin-Williams. Savings and support start day one. Unlock the Pro Advantage at swproplus.com today. Sponsored by Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Joe Castiglione and Will Fleming.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Fenway Park for the Bostonians and the Torontonians, meeting for the last time here this season. And the Red Sox trying to avoid being swept after last night's brutal loss to the Jays, which ended on a double play, a fly ball to deep left center. Reese McGuire, the base runner at second, was running past third base. The ball was caught by Kiermaier, fired to second for a game-ending double play. It was that kind of a day for the Red Sox. And, of course, starting with Alex Verdugo being scratched, and pretty well confirmed he was late to the ballpark, and that was the issue, getting here about 2:10 for a 4:10 game. But in any event, he's back in the lineup today. A beautiful afternoon for baseball. Red Sox come in at 57-53. They've lost 6 of 7, and they are now 4 games behind Toronto as they both race for a wild card spot. Lineup cards being exchanged at home plate today with Ramon Vasquez out there for the Red Sox, and Will Fleming has those lineups.
Thanks so much, Joe. Great to be with you. Feels like an essential game for the Red Sox to have Chris Bassett and the Blue Jays pitching rotation. They all walk out of the bullpen together. They're a little bit ahead of their usual schedule here this afternoon. They will not disrupt the play as they've done in the first 2 games of this series. Brendan Bernardino is in the Red Sox dugout. He is just about ready to go. Reese McGuire will catch him today, and the two of them will lead the white-clad Red Sox onto the field in just a moment. Morgan & Morgan's starting lineup brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. As Joe told you, Verdugo is back in there for the Red Sox. We'll get to the Sox in just a moment. But first, the Blue Jays will make a big change in their order. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. has a planned off day. And because of that, Davis Schneider, the kid who has just set the world on fire in the first couple of games of his big league career, he's going to move all the way up into the 3 spot. He'll be at second base. Before him, Whit Merrifield, who began this series with a home run. He's in left field leading it off. Brandon Belt, the first baseman, has also homered here. He bats second. and he's at first base. Then Schneider, and then George Springer, who is the cleanup man today and the designated hitter. Matt Chapman has swung the bat well all season long against the Red Sox. He's the third baseman batting fifth. Kevin Biggio is trying to really reestablish himself in the game. He is in right field getting a start today for the Jays, and he bats sixth. Alejandro Kirk catches. He's in the 7th hole, and then Kevin Kiermaier, who triggered that game-ending double play yesterday. He's in center field, and he bats 8th. Paul DeJong is the shortstop, and he bats 9th. For the Red Sox, trying to find a way to win the finale and get back within 3 of the final wild card spot. Sox have been jumped by the New York Yankees, who beat the Astros yesterday, and Justin Verlander. And Boston now only 4 games above 500. Jarren Duran is going to lead it off again, and he'll be in center field. There will not be Adam Duvall today, so Duran is in center field leading it off, and then Masataka Yoshida is in left field, and he bats second. Justin Turner feeling much better, even though he sort of banged the heel on the bag again in yesterday's game. He's the designated hitter. He bats third. Rafi Devers, who produced the Red Sox only offense until the 9th inning. He is in the cleanup spot. He's at third base. Casas, the first baseman, has not done really much of anything offensively against the Jays in this set. He's at first base batting 5th. Alex Verdugo returns. He's in right field batting 6th. Luis Urias has been great in his first 2 with the Sox. He's at second base batting 7th. Reese McGuire catches and bats 8th. And Pablo Reyes is the shortstop batting 9th. Brendan Bernardino, one of the great stories of the entire season for the Red Sox. He is on the mound for the 2nd time in this series, and last time out got knocked around a little bit. 3 hits over a third of an inning with a walk. He allowed just 1 earned run in the 6th because of the great work by Josh Winkowski yesterday. Bernardino left the game with the bases loaded, but he has been used in this opening role so effectively for the Red Sox. This is the 6th time he's done it. 5 of his last 10 have been as the opener, including 6 days ago in San Francisco. So Bernardino gets going. Overall, he's 1-1 with a 2.72 ERA. This would be his 34th appearance overall. Now, there's some downside, of course, in this situation because Bernardino has been the Red Sox most effective bullpen left-hander in terms of a high leverage, short-term stint. And obviously, it goes without saying that when he pitches in this spot, he will not be available later this afternoon. We're looking to get the Red Sox off to a good start here. In the opening inning, he'll see Whit Merrifield, Brandon Belt, and Davis Schneider. We're going to start just a couple of minutes behind schedule today. Time and temperature on this glorious day brought to you by Window Nation. Protect and increase the value of your home today. 866-90-NATION or go online at windownation.com. This just feels like such an important game for the Red Sox. Bernardino and Merrifield, Sox and the visiting Jays, who continue to have a massive contingent of fans here on the road. They've been vocal throughout this entire series. The man who's always vocal is ready for the play-by-play. Red Sox Hall of Famer Joe Castiglione.
Thank you very much, Will. Bernardino was pinned with a loss yesterday when he pitched 1/3 of an inning. Here's Merrifield. And the first pitch is hit deep down the left field line, but this one is foul. He led off the game here Friday night with a home run, his 10th. He's batting at .297, 6th overall. And 51 runs batted in. Merrifield, the leading hitter among active players against the Red Sox, taken high. That's in all of baseball. .353 against Boston in his career. Most of those at-bats came with the Kansas City Royals. 1-1 the count. Just a gorgeous day for baseball. The pitch is a little low and inside. 80 degrees. First pitcher 137. Toronto bullpen brigade and the starting pitcher were a little earlier today, but they should have been called for a violation the first 2 games of the series. The pitch is in there for a strike. I mean, they disrupted the Red Sox pregame infield throwing across the diamond. They were late, and the game started late as a result. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the mid. He got him. Bernardino with a high fastball at 92 fans Merrifield. And here's Brandon Belt, who's had a good series. The former Giant homered yesterday, and he is hitting at .250 with 10 homers and 29 knocked in. Well, friend Louis Rivera is the third base coach for the Rays, for the Jays. Here's the pitch home, and the left-hand batting Belt takes it low, ball one. Good name for a slugger. He's a University of Texas product. And the pitch is line foul. Left-hand batter, and against lefties, Bernardino's holding to a 196 batting average. Pitching as an opener, this is the sixth time, his ERA 2.25, so he's been pretty good in that role. Here's the delivery home, and it swung on and missed. Good slider away. Chris Murphy likely to follow him here, another lefty. Was reverse splits a reason why they have so many lefties in the lineup today. I figure he'll be the bulk guy. The pitch is right down the middle, strike three. Hey, good curveball, and 2 straight strikeouts to open the game for Brennan Bernardino. One of the best stories of this year. 31-year-old veteran who did have brief experience with Seattle, but bounced around the Mexican League, independent ball, persevered, and is so grateful and happy to be here. He's got a wonderful attitude. 2 down for Schneider, who's 5 for 8 as a big leaguer, all in this series. Homered his first at bat Friday night, and he takes a low, ball one.
Yeah, like Belt is a somewhat better name than, say, J.J. Putz.
Yeah. P-U-T-Z, yeah, reliever for Seattle. The 1-0 is low and inside. Arbella Insurance Foundation, dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. For every strikeout from a Red Sox pitcher, Arbella Insurance Foundation donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Arbella here for the Jimmy Fund and here for good. Bernardino, the lanky lefty, deals, and the pitch is in there for a strike. Well, he's a good location today. That was a 90-mile-an-hour sinker down and in. George Springer on deck. What a compliment to this young man. Schneider, who had 21 homers, hitting .275 at Buffalo, and he takes a breaking ball in there for a strike. He was not considered a prospect till this year. In fact, he only had 9 at-bats in spring training. But he blossomed at AAA Buffalo, and here he is, the pitch. Line foul to the right behind the Red Sox dugout. We're excited to share that Walmart is stepping up to the plate. For every Walmart wall ball, they'll donate $100 to the American Diabetes Association. Visit AmericanDiabetesAssociation.org for free resources and support. Another 2-2 is swung on and fouled again. We wanted to add one more to that wall ball total yesterday, but Kiermaier caught the ball without leaving his feet, and that ended the game on the double play. Many of the Red Sox thought it was a home run. I'll tell you the one thing I learned, first thing Ken Coleman taught me when I came to work with him at Fenway, he said, wait on fly balls to left. Wait. You don't know if they're going to be a home run off the wall or caught. There's a base hit up the middle. A line drive just to the left of second base. And how about this Davis Schneider, a 24-year-old rookie, is now 6 for 9 as a big leaguer. That would figure to be 667.
I thought you did not take math at Colgate.
That was pretty simple. But, you know, Kenny taught me that about the wall. The other words of wisdom, he said about doubleheaders, if you want to sweep a doubleheader, first thing you got to do, got to win that first game.
Yeah, that's deep thoughts.
George Springer takes a strike.
Look, I mean, I think it's really good advice for any broadcaster, right? You don't know whether it's going to go out or not. Right. Take it easy. But it's so much more simple for a base runner in that situation. There's just no reason to be that far off the bag.
Go halfway. If it hits the wall, you score anyway. The pitch to Springer is swung on and missed. Huge cut. Springer, after going 0 for 35, has had 6 hits in his last 12 at-bats. Boy, Davis Schneider, what a key he's been for the Jays in this series. Here's the 0-2, and Springer swings and fouls a high fastball to the backstop. Towards a big part of Houston's run in 2017 with a huge postseason. I mentioned before, grew up a Red Sox fan in New Britain. The 0-2. And a lob toss to first, runner back.
I'm actually very interested to see how Verdugo is received the first time he comes to the plate today. I mean, he's been so embraced here in Boston, but it has become a huge story in town, everything that happened yesterday.
He's in the lineup, the 0-2. Swung on, line down the left field line. Big trouble. It hits on the track, rattles around the corner. Yoshida grabs the carom, and Louis Rivera holds the runner at third. Into second with a double is Springer. Hard hit ball. So he's bounced back after his long slump. And the Jays have runners at second and third.
That was actually a great play by Yoshida because the left side of the CVS sign slants sort of toward the last section, toward the foul pole, and it caromed off that slanted side to the left, and Yoshida played it perfectly and ripped it back in.
I wonder if they might pitch around Chapman here. Matt Chapman at 256 with 15 homers, has 50 extra base hits, 34 doubles to lead the league. First base is open with a left-hand batting Kevin Biggio on deck. Bernardino's pitch, he misses inside and low with a slider. Chapman, a premier defensive third baseman, had a tremendous start this year, over 400 when they were here in May. The pitch, swinging a pop foul to the right out of play, so he's coming right after him here. 1-1. Schneider at third and Springer at second. A 1-1 deal, and it's up and away. I'd imagine this would be a one-inning stint, especially since Bernardino's thrown 23 pitches. And the bullpen busy. Here's the 2-1. Swung a high fly, right center field. Should hang up for Verdugo. He's there and makes the catch about 10 feet in front of the warning track, and Bernardino escapes. Red Sox coming up in a scoreless game on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
It looks like Herb Chambers has an exceptional lineup this season at every Herb Chambers dealership location. The automotive hometown hero offers thousands of vehicles and 35 brands. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars. We help people buy them.
Why?
If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this
Why?
a lot.
Why?
Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why?
Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
It was your father's leather chair, and his father's before that. It's where you can sink back from a busy day and enjoy some well-crafted comfort. Which is why you also choose Bank Rhode Island. Because with the straightforward delivery of services and our commitment to serve with integrity and trust, you have a bank committed to craft the comfort of a better banking experience. It's banking well-crafted from Bank RI. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Rich Keefe Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Right into Chris Bassett, leading winner for Toronto at 10-6, ready to deliver to Jarren Duran in the last of the first. The first pitch is swung on, hit high to left field. And fighting the sun is the left fielder Merrifield in a little trouble, and he staggers and makes the catch a step in front of the warning track out by the AL East standings. Well, that's a really high sky, and that was a tough play for Merrifield to find that ball in the sun. One pitch, and Duran went up there at 312 with 8 homers, is out. Now Masataka Yoshida, who had his 41st multiple hit game, second in the league yesterday, up to 307, which is third best. 12 homers, 54 knocked in. Bassett delivers, and a strike. Chris Bassitt won 15 games in his only year with the Mets last year. First game up with the Oakland Athletics. He's got a very good cutter, the pitch. Swing and a ground ball pulled to the right side. Grabbed by Schneider at the edge of the outfield grass. 2 quick outs. 3 pitches and 2 out for Justin Turner, is hitting at .286, 17 homers. He's knocked in 71. Justin and his wife Courtney preparing for the Turner Trot, a 5K race, August 26th here on a Saturday. Go up and down the Charles River Esplanade. Starting at the half shell, the pitch is low and away, ball 1.
Yeah, and he and his wife Courtney, along with some other Red Sox wives today, spearheading a sock drive, Socks for Socks, next couple of days.
Annual event here, the 1-0 pitch, and a slow breaking ball misses. We'll check the Subaru of New England scoreboard as we move along. Don't miss out on a Subaru summer. Make the most of summer at a brand new 23 Subaru. Yankees in Houston, scoreless in the first in the Bronx. Here's the pitch, and it's fastball that's a little bit high. And the Fighting Cleveland Indians and White Sox are in the 7th inning. And it's 3-2. Guardians on top. 3-0 pitch is in there for a call strike.
How great is Tom Hamilton? I mean, we love him anyway, but down goes Anderson. It was a great call. He
One
did.
shot. Jose Ramirez decked him with a punch at second base. Here's a 3-1 pitch. And it is in there for a strike. The fight had some background. Anderson had been apparently jockeying one of the Guardians rookies. And the day before, he pushed the rookie Hirokio off the base. And he was tagged out. Ground ball, base hit, right field. He hit it to the left of the first baseman down the line. Belt was wide of the bag. Right fielder getting to it quickly. And that holds him to a single as Biggio cut it off. So Turner gets the Red Sox first hit. It brings up Raffy.
It feels like one of those days, Joe. They just need to have people on base for Devers. I mean, he's already got a home run in his career off Bassitt. It feels like he might take off.
And lefties hurt Bassitt. He's given up 20 homers this year. 16 to lefties, who hit .278 against him. Righties .206 with 4 homers. Pitch is taken high, ball 1. But if you didn't see the video, Jose Ramirez, one of the best players in the game, when sliding into second, was called safe on a double. Tim Anderson, the shortstop, hovered over him. Words were exchanged after the history we mentioned, and they got up. There's a fly ball down the left field line. This may drop for a hit. It does along the side wall. It takes a right angle bounce into the seats for a double. So just like the top of the first started with a single and a double, that's the case here. Ground rule double. So the Red Sox have runners at second and third. But Anderson threw the first punch and missed, and then he was decked by a right cross from Jose Ramirez.
Well, both guys looked like that was not their first rodeo. I mean, they got into full-on, like, Golden Glove boxing position.
Didn't seem like too many players came to the aid of Anderson either, from his team. One of the best I've ever seen, though, with one punch. Here's Casas, who's 0 for his last 10, and he takes a ball.
One of, but not the best.
The best one I ever saw was Al Nipper and Phil Bradley, then of Seattle. And Bradley charged the mound on Nip, and Nip had the foresight as a right-hand pitcher to drop his glove off his left hand, use his left hand with a cross, and decked him on one pitch, on one punch. Down he went as the pitch misses inside, 2-0, and Nipper clearly won that battle.
Scriptwriters wouldn't possibly have the bases loaded in the first inning for Verdugo, would they?
Well, Casas draws a walk. That'll be the case, and he's ahead 2-0. Here's the pitch from Bassitt. Oh, and inside. Hey, it's shaping up that way. And as we said, Bassitt has trouble against lefties. He's only faced the Red Sox once and beat them. That was in an Oakland uniform. Now Casas, granted time, backs out. Jose Ramirez is one of the most generous, wonderful guys in the game. He's a real gentleman and, of course, a great player. We've talked to Tim Anderson, a very engaging guy. Great personality. These things happen. There'll be certainly many suspensions announced soon, if not already. Here's the pitch, 3-0. Inside corner. Oh, that looked like ball 4. But the call went the pitcher's way, and it's 3-1 to Tristan.
Yeah, I would think multiple games for both the main protagonists.
And the Guardians certainly will miss Jose. He's by far their best player. Could have easily been an MVP in the league a couple of times. 3-1. Long set at time granted.
Oh.
And it's a pitcher violation. The clock ran out. So that's ball 4. So the bases are loaded for Verdugo. See what the reaction is here. Rather mild.
A smattering of booze. He never hears that otherwise, ever.
So he faces the bases loaded situation with 2 down. Verdugo's been struggling. 270 with 8 homers, 41 RBIs. Was lifted for a pinch hitter Friday night. Here's the pitch, and it's a breaking ball for a strike. Big overhand breaking ball. Bassett, as we said, has trouble with lefties, but sometimes he can freeze them with a high cutter that sneaks over the outside part of the plate. Hitters tend to give up on it. It's a call strike that way. The pitch. Fastball, strike, and it's 0-2. 93 right down the middle. You'd like that one back. Nothing in 2 the count from Chris Bassett to Alex Verdugo. Runners lead at first, second, and third. Pitch. Swinging a bounding ball hit to the first baseman. Belt has it, goes to the shortstop covering second for the force. That retires the side rather than go to the pitcher. He went 3-6 out, and Verdugo leaves him loaded. Both teams threaten. Neither scores. We go to the second on the Shaws at Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network. This is Joe Castiglione. When you need your windshield fixed, you can count on your hometown team, Safelite Auto Glass. They're New England's most trusted auto glass service. With over 350 technicians and 35 locations in the area, they'll get you back on the road fast wherever you may be. And Safelite handles all the paperwork for most insurance carriers, making it quick and easy. That's why choosing Safelite is a home run. Schedule service today at safelite.com.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
How powerful is Cox Internet? So powerful that one day, your daughter will be able to simulate a soccer match against some of the world's best players right from your backyard. Get gig speeds powered by fiber from Cox. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Internet delivered through Cox's hybrid fiber coax network. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions apply.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Red Sox sent 6 men to the plate, but did not score, straining 3 as they went through the Safelite Auto Glass part of the order with batters 3 through 6 homer. Safelite donates $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank. Chris Murphy takes over for the Red Sox after Bernardino left 2 men on base in the scoreless first inning. And leading off will be Kevin Biggio in the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers Porsche Boston and Porsche Burlington. Murphy's been very good, a 1.59 ERA for this left-hander who struggled as a starter at Worcester. First pitch to Biggio is fouled to the backstop. Son of the Hall of Famer, hitting at .212 with 7 homers and 19 RBIs.
Someone who's not struggling today as a starter in Worcester is Chris Sale. 2 great innings with 4 strikeouts.
Like that he go 3, perhaps 4 innings. That one misses up and in, 1-1. So here's Chris Murphy. He'll be the bulk reliever today. Murph 1-0, making his 10th appearance. Ground ball hit weakly to second. And the throw to first, and plenty of time by Urias for the out. So Biggio out 4-3, and here's Alejandro Kirk, the catcher, .256 with 6 homers. Danny Jansen, who does the bulk of the catching, had a sore wrist yesterday with scratch, so he's not playing today. Top of the second, 0-0 the pitch, and it's inside. Murphy's been better against right-hand hitters than lefties this season, but he seems to have found a niche in the Red Sox bullpen. Got a high ERA at Worcester. The pitch, that's a call strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kirk, early catcher. And the pitch is down and in. Two balls and 1 strike to Alejandro Kirk. Left-hand batters overall are hitting .227 against Murph. And that one's left a little bit high. .227 with 1 homer. Here's a 3-1 pitch. And there's a strike over the outer half. So the count has gone full to this right-hand batting catcher. Right-hand batter's only 189 against him with 1 double, the only extra base hit. 3-2 is grounded left side by the diving Reyes into left field, a base hit. Had he come up with that, he might have had the runner at first, because Kirk is among the slowest runners we've ever seen this season. So 1 on, 1 out for Kevin Kiermaier, hitting at .271 with 5 homers. When that ball left Wong's bat, I didn't think it was going to go out at all. I thought it had a chance to scrape the wall. And Kiermaier seemed to read it all the way. He made the catch. Here's the pitch, and he swings and misses at a delivery way. He also had a big RBI in the 9th inning as he came into the game late with a single to left, and that turned out to be the winning run.
Well, Carlos Fables misread it too. He was giving Reese the go-ahead from third.
I thought it was a home run in the dugout. Here's the 0-1. Up and in. He takes a seat.
He's had such a great tenure as the Red Sox third base coach. So unusual to make that kind of a misread. But it's just a situational misstep that's totally unforgivable. It cannot happen.
You have to look at the runner,
yes,
not the coach.
Yes.
First and foremost. 1-1 count. Runner at first with 1 down here. Murphy taking over in the 2nd inning. The pitch is swung on and popped up left side. Tough sun out there. Shortstop Reyes is out fighting it. Then he makes the catch. Didn't see it instantly, but found it plenty of time. Did Kike Hernandez leave his foot gear behind?
I was just going to say the exact same thing. I think the play is made easier because the sun reflects off the shoes away from his eyes.
Yeah, they are lime green. Very bright. Now DeYoung, the shortstop, at .224 with 13 homers. They hope to get Bo Bichette back soon. He's feeling much better. Patella tendonitis put him on the IL. League's leading hitter. Fouled into the mid-strike 1. They're league leaders who's circling the drain. Presented by Drains by James, Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining, both residential and commercial. Drains by James. They give a poop about your pipes. Bichette leading in hitting at .321 and in hits. Foul to the right eye plays. Led the league the last 2 years in hits.
And Kike leading the league in shoes.
All the way. Where does he find all those shoes?
The store.
Oh, that's what he told you anyway.
Never forget that.
There it is, and it's low and inside. He could have got him online.
Kike utterly allergic to non-snark. He just, that was his DNA. Still is. Love those shoes, man. Where'd you get them? The store.
And a swinging strike and a pitch away. Down goes DeYoung, and that retires the side. After 1.5, 0-0 in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
You go for a walk in the woods. You come back with poison ivy. You Pull some weeds and pull a muscle. Toss a freebie, twist an ankle. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here to help. Our ER-trained providers will get you back to your summer plans quickly. 95% of patients head home in under an hour. With 6 locations open daily, from Falmouth to Orleans, get Cape-wide urgent care for minor illnesses and injuries. No appointment or referral needed. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Minor emergencies, major attention.
How powerful is Cox Internet? So powerful that one day, your daughter will be able to simulate a soccer match against some of the world's best players right from your backyard. Get gig speeds powered by fiber from Cox. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Internet delivered through Cox's hybrid fiber coax network. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions apply.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Red Sox review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
Home out of the second inning, no score. And leading off for the Red Sox, the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers Toyota of Auburn and Toyota of Boston, is Luis Urias. 177 overall, but had a big hit yesterday in the 9th inning. That drove in a run. He represented the winning run when McGuire was doubled off second. The pitch is in there for a call strike from Chris Bassett. Bassett got away with a single, a double, and a walk in the first inning as the Red Sox left them loaded. There's a check. Swing grounder. Chapman nearly made a sensational play. He cut in front of DeYoung with a better angle on the edge of the grass and fired a bullet to first, but Urias beat it. Looked like a had left the bat, a check swing roller. So, the Red Sox get the leadoff man on, 3 hits already, and here's McGuire who had that pinch single in the 9th yesterday, and then, of course, ended the game with the base running error. Sitting 273 with 1 homer. We take 10 seconds on the Shaw Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Ball 1 high to Reese McGuire from Chris Bassett. The righty who's from Ohio delivers, and it's in there for a call strike. He played his college ball at the University of Akron for the Akron Zips. The Akron Zips used to play their football games in the Rubber City in what was known as the Rubber Bowl. Here's the pitch, and there's a line drive hit well to center field, and moving back to make the catch there is Kiermaier. Started in a bit, but then he read it right. Hard hit ball, but just an out.
What is the percentage chance that after you just said that, Sean McDonough would have let that lie just as is?
What, the Akron Zips?
Their Rubber Bowl.
In the Rubber City, yes, indeed. Here's Pablo Reyes at 296, looking for his first home run. He's driven in 9.
Don't they have a minor league team named the Rubber Ducks, too?
Yeah, they've changed the name a few times. Go to first when it dies back safely. You know, they have this Ohio Broadcasters Hall of Fame, which had the privilege of being inducted several years ago. And for a while, they put the plaques at the Akron Ball Club's park. And then they closed the park. They opened a new one. There's a strike, and the plaques disappeared. I don't think the Ohio Broadcasters Hall of Fame exists anymore.
How many Halls of Fame are you in?
Well, let's see. The Red Sox, the most important one.
Yes.
Low and away ball 1.
You know it's a lot when you have to wait and think and count. And there's still one more to come, Joe.
Wow. Thank you. We'll see. The Ohio and the Mass broadcasters and the New England chapter of the Italian American.
Well, please, who's done more for that community?
There's a breaking ball low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike to the right-hand batting Reyes.
And who's put more money into the Italian restaurants in the American League over 4 decades?
You've done a few of them without me this year.
I have. And they've been not as fun, but still great.
Breaking ball low and away.
La Scala was not open. When we got into town, we played they were closed Monday, Tuesday. We got there Sunday night, but hopefully that'll change in September.
In Baltimore, that's number 1 today.
I need the lobster vodka sauce pasta. Nino Germano.
Nino going inside, and that's ball 4. So, Bassett had a lot of base runners, 5 already, 5 of the first 9 reached, but so far the Red Sox haven't scored. Here's Duran with the first pitch to the left fielder, and Merrifield caught it.
Apparently you had restaurant quality Italian last night.
At home, yes, it's wonderful ricotta dish that Jan made, and you'll get the recipe. Tomorrow was night with Sean McDonough's golf tournament, and one of the guests was Charles Barkley.
The round mound of rebounds.
Sir Charles. He had some interesting comments. Here's a drive foul, third base side out of play. He told Alex, he said, Ohtani shouldn't go to the Dodgers or stay with the Angels. He should play for a real traditional club in a traditional ballpark, either the Boston Red Sox or the Chicago Cubs.
Well, you know what? I don't disagree.
We'll take him. 0-1, swing and a miss.
That would be a splash. Let's just say that. People think he's going to get $600 million.
Could be.
One thing is, you'd make the money back in about 10 minutes on marketing and apparel.
Somebody will step up with that, no question. 0-2 the count. Bassett delivers, and a ground ball bounced toward the middle. Second baseman backhand. Schneider to short, on to first. They double up the speedy Jarren Duran. Well, you don't see that very often, but it was close to the bag, and Schneider, who's not noted for his defense, made a beautiful backhand pick, a short flip to the shortstop, and DeYoung's throw to first in plenty of time. After 2, no score, and the Shaws in Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Mow, dig, haul, lift. The versatile Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor does it all. Switching attachments is simple, and a smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation. The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
In Mass, please visit Tarico Tractor and Air. In Rhode Island, it's Norfolk Power in Burrillville. And in Connecticut, it's R&S Rentals and Sales in Torrington.
Why? If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this.
Why?
A lot.
Why?
Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why?
Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Well, the Red Sox have had 5 base runners, no runs. We go to the third in the scoreless game, and here's Will.
Whit Merrifield leading it off against Chris Murphy. First pitch to him. It's a curveball for a strike. I'm proud of you, Joe, that you were able to tell me that it is actually the 3rd inning. So you got that right, unlike one of your acts earlier this morning. The 0-1 pitch is a soft ground ball to the left side. Pablo Reyes picks it on the second hop with a leap, a throw to first. Very nicely done. And there's one away.
Yeah, we had our Fenway Mass here with Father Paul O'Brien, and I usually do some of the readings, and Hazel May was there, former Nesson star, who's now with Toronto TV, and she helped me do the readings. And Father Paul, after he read the gospel, said, "The readings are beautiful, very professionally done, but it was for the wrong week."
Here's Brendan Belt. He takes a fastball high for ball one.
He thought it was funny. But it's because it was a special holiday, Transfiguration Sunday, so we read the ordinary time.
The 1-0 pitch is hard on a line outside the first base bag foul, and it's 1-1. So, does the service even count? That probably depends on who you ask.
He read the right one, though.
Red Sox would like to transfigure their spot in the wild card standings today. The 1-1 is a little bit outside.
And it was nice to see Mark Bedinsky, their first base coach here. He's an old friend of Father Paul's because he went to the University of Richmond, where he was a teammate with Sean Casey. He was very close with Father Paul.
2-1 to Brandon Belt. That is a little bit high and outside. Just an awful tragedy a couple years ago when he lost his daughter.
Yep, just over a year ago. And his wife was here, met her and his younger daughter. Great family.
3-1. Murphy throws. That is a bunt attempt on the third base side. Murphy is going to pick it up off the grass with a bare hand throw wide to first, and it's backed up over there by Urias. I think probably an ill-advised throw anyway. They had very little chance to get Belt. That's the second time in this series he's tried a bunt, and each time he's reached base. So he's aboard with one down, and a really nice job there by Urias to back that play up.
See that so often, pitchers fielding plays like that. Despite all the PFP they take at spring training.
I think mostly it's because the play speeds up on them. Here's Davis Schneider. Pitch to him is a foul back. One thing I've noticed traveling around to baseball, you watch the great defensive teams. I would include like the Tampa Rays in that category. They take infield in a very different way. 0-1 pitch from Murphy is a little bit inside. Slider, and it's 1-1. It is game speed, and it's really difficult plays. Like a lot of teams just kind of go through the motions. It's ground balls, kind of regular speed, hit right at people. You watch the Rays, it's like bullets 5 feet to the side of the infielders. The 1-1 is a little bit outside. Change up, and it's 2-1 to Davis Schneider, who's 6 for 9 in the big leagues.
And this Toronto team is very strong defensively, especially in the outfield. It's been a big factor.
Yeah, Kiermaier and Varsho were both great yesterday. We're scoreless in the third. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a foul by Schneider. It is 2-2. Schneider says after almost quitting the game a couple years ago, he went down to the minor leagues where he became a really proficient hitter by doing one thing, and that is having a good idea about types of pitches and locations his swing can handle. He's handled a lot of them in this set. 2-2. Murphy ready, and the pitch is swung on and missed. A fastball blown by him. He couldn't handle that. And Murphy's second strikeout. 2 down for George Springer. Get you the Diesel direct poll question of the day, which you can get on Sox Booth, the Twitter account. Diesel direct reminds you to stop wasting time at the pump. Here's Springer, who's gotten hot in this series, sort of unsurprisingly. He swings and misses at a fastball from Murphy, and it's 0-1. Question deals with Cedon Rafaela, who did it again yesterday. 0-1 the pitch. That's outside. So Rafaela sent the game to extra innings yesterday by homering in a 5th consecutive game. Remarkable. He has a chance to tie the AAA record today with homers in 6 in a row. He's hitting .317 with 11 homers in 30 AAA games. And the question is, should the Red Sox call him up this year? 1-1 pitch. That is a strike. We'll get you the results on the bottom of the 7th inning on that question. No score here in the top of the 3rd. Trevor Story, by the way, is homered today for the Woo Sox. And Bobby Dahlbeck hit his 27th. I, for one, am surprised that Bobby didn't get an opportunity somewhere else at the trade deadline. 1-2 pitch is a little bit high. Fastball, and it's 2-2.
Hey, you figure change of scenery might be very beneficial for him.
Story himself has chosen that he's going to ride the entire rehab. He wants to stay through Wednesday So the soonest he'll join the Sox would be Thursday. 2-2 to Springer. The pitch. That is high in the air toward the triangle. Hit well, but Duran just in front of the warning track on the run. Can't make the play. It bounces off the track and over the wall into the bullpen. An automatic double, and that will prevent the Jays from scoring a run. It clipped off Duran's glove. By no means an easy play, but another opportunity to make a grab that was not converted, and the Blue Jays have him at second and third with 2 down.
Not an error, but a play not made. He was calling for it. He just didn't reach out the glove far. He didn't extend his arm far enough.
Yeah, he had plenty of time. Now, it's a high sky. The sun is out there. It's not easy to play the outfield right now, but that's no excuse there. He's right there. Here comes Dave Bush to give Murphy a little break. He's now thrown 33 pitches.
Wait, you do that against a good club like this, you pay the price more often than not.
And, Joe, we've seen that the Red Sox have paid a price when doing that against bad teams, too.
That's true, yeah.
Rafael is a fascinating guy down at AAA. I mean, kind of scuffled to start the season, then got red hot at AA, earned the promotion, and I don't think anybody saw this power coming for him. The main mission for Cedon, who is an elite defensive player, who's got surprising power, is to make better decisions at pitches to swing at. 2 down, a key spot. Here's Matt Chapman with second and third, and a curveball in there on the inside corner, strike 1.
Verdugo probably caught that ball, too. He was in the vicinity.
But it sure looked like Duran was calling him off.
He was. It was ever so high.
0-1 to Chapman, who flied to right his first time. The pitch. He is up and in, almost hit him. What you said in the first inning with Chapman at the plate certainly applies again here. You just can't afford to lay one in to Chapman, who's so much better as a hitter than the lefty Biggio, who's on deck. He got first base open. Here's the 1-1, and it is high. I guess that was probably part of the message from Dave Bush, too. Like, calm him down after the misplay in the outfield, but we just don't need to make a mistake here to Chapman. Especially since Murphy's a real strike thrower. You don't worry about him working with the bases loaded. 2-1 the pitch. Curveball ripped high and deep into left field. It is way back, and it is off the wall, off the Jim Beam sign. 2 runs will score on a Matt Chapman double. A mistake made to the dangerous hitter after a catch is not made in the outfield, and the frustration this weekend continues.
His league-leading 35th double. Well, it didn't take long for that misplay in center field to come back to haunt.
And as I said, it just doesn't make sense, 2-1 with first base open, to make that pitch to that hitter.
And a left-hand batter next.
So here's that lefty, Biggio, takes a curveball outside for ball 1. Red Sox, who for the better part of a month had the best record in baseball, won 16 of 21 games, are back in one of those ruts. The 1-0 is a check swing, pitch missed outside a slider. And was that called a swing? They put it up on the board as a strike. It was well off the plate. 2 down with Chapman at second base. Murphy looks that way and now throws, and Biggio takes outside. And if the board is right, it's 2-1. It's just been so frustrating for so much of this season, the way the Red Sox have given away outs and runs. 2-1 the pitch. Shot into the left center field gap. Another run's going to come home. Chapman is easily around. Duran plays the carom off the wall, and Biggio's into second base with a double. 3-0 Toronto. Give a good team extra outs, this happens.
Springer's drive is caught, and it was ever so high. It was up there a long time. The inning's over.
Think about yesterday. I mean, Varsho made 3 spectacular plays, including 2 harder in the triangle than that. And then Kiermaier makes the grab at the wall to end the game in the double play. That's just a ball that has to be caught. So here now, Alejandro Kirk. Murphy throws, and a ball. A slider misses high, and it's 1-0.
But the contact's been louder against Murphy than we've seen in his previous 9 outings.
The bunt hit started things from Belt. Here's the 1-0. Strike on the outside corner. It is so hard to win games and make a run when you don't catch the ball. And the Red Sox flatly, simply, undeniably have been the worst defensive team in the game by almost every measure. 1-1 pitch is high. Fastball, and it's 2-1. That just has to change this year and going forward. You'd think the return of Story should help.
It's not for lack of effort.
2-1 is inside. Fastball, and it's 3-1.
Just hard to figure. I mean, Duran's improved. He wasn't very good last year in the outfield. Certainly improved.
3-1. 3 runs in here in the third. Murphy throws. That's outside, ball 4. Wonder whether that'll get the bullpen going here in a minute. Probably not. I mean, I think the Red Sox have been worn so thin. They need Murphy to go here no matter what. And that's the first walk of the game. And again, today is particularly difficult. It's a high sky. It's super bright. We've seen Blue Jay outfielders struggle. Balls up in the air are hard to catch. And Duran going back to his left. He ran a long way. But it's hard to give the benefit of the doubt in a season where so many plays like that have not been made. Here's Kevin Kiermaier trying to bust it further open. 2 on with 2 out. Kirk has now been on base 2 times. The pitch to him is a strike on the inside corner.
Carlos Rodon of the Yankees getting roughed up again. He's given up 5 runs, 2 2/3 innings, home runs to Myers and to Alvarez.
0-1 the pitch, swing and a miss, good slider. Yeah, Gleyber Torres gave the Yankees an early lead, but that is all washed away now.
5-1 Houston in the third.
Unfortunately, the red doesn't matter at all. 0-2 is a little looper on the infield into left field. That's a base hit, and another run is going to score Biggio home. He slides in safely. 4 straight runners have come home with 2 outs in this third inning, and it's 4-0 Toronto.
Hey, Robertson is here, called up today. They got him in that trade.
Yeah, for Kike. They like him. They think he's got a chance to be a high upside reliever. He may get up here soon. Yep, the bullpen begins to stir. Murphy not missing bats today, and the boos are coming out mostly to try to silence the Blue Jay cheers.
That's a short bullpen, too, with another bullpen game, 2 in a row.
Here's Murphy facing DeYoung. A 2-hopper to short. Reyes bobbles it, throws to second, and it's just in time. Man, that was very close. Almost a disaster. The inning had enough of that already. 4-0, bottom third next. Jays lead on the Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. It means that when you hire us, you get a legal army. When it comes to law, size matters. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
How powerful is Cox Internet? So powerful that one day, your daughter will be able to simulate a soccer match against some of the world's best players right from your backyard. Get gig speeds powered by fiber from Cox. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Internet delivered through Cox's hybrid fiber coax network. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions apply.
Your entree into the restaurant business began in your home kitchen, and today your cafe's success continues with a well-crafted menu and a staff committed to add an extra touch, which is also why you chose Bank Rhode Island. Because with a straightforward delivery of services and our commitment to serve with integrity and trust, you have a bank that's just as committed to add that extra touch. It's banking, well-crafted, from Bank RI. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Masataka Yoshida is going to lead it off in the bottom of the third. The Red Sox offense has got to bail them out, or else this will be the most damaging weekend of the entire season. Yoshida grounded out his first time. Bassett throws, and Masa takes a strike on the outside corner. The Jays came into town just 2 games up in the wild card. Sox, had they swept, had a chance to be in playoff position leaving this weekend. Instead, looking down the other end of the barrel. Here's the 0-1, and that is a strike on the outside corner. There's that backdoor cutter that Joe Siddle was telling us about. 2 lefties up and away. It's 0-2 to Yoshida. This would just be devastating to lose all 3 to the Jays. Particularly with the way they've lost the games. 0-2 the pitch. That is strike 3 called, and Yoshida gone on 3 pitches. Not to start the Sox were looking for. First strikeout for Bassett, and Turner gets us back into the Safelite Auto Glass part of the order. Every homer for Red Sox batters 3 through 6. Safelite donates $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank. So we told you that Trevor Story will not return until Thursday at the earliest. Chris Sale is on the mound today for Worcester. Tanner Houck yesterday. On the Catches Law Group injury report as JT takes a strike at the bottom of the zone. Turner singled inside the first base bag his first time. Catches has won over $2 billion for their injured client since 1986. The 0-1 is outside. Slider, and it's 1-1. So the Red Sox win 2 from the Atlanta Braves. Flying high, heading west to San Francisco and Seattle. A real chance to make a big move. The 1-1 is swung on and missed, a sweeping curveball. At that moment, the Red Sox 55-47. Then they won the opener in San Francisco to go 9 games above 500. And with the loss today, they'd be only 3 above. 1-2. Turner takes just outside. Close pitch. But a ball, and it's 2-2. Chris Sale went 4 1/3 innings today. 2-2 to Turner. The pitch. Swinging a line shot foul. 4 1/3 innings. He threw 53 pitches, so very efficient. Only 3 hits, no runs, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. We can virtually guarantee, barring a setback tomorrow, that his next pitch will be thrown wearing a Boston Red Sox uniform.
Maybe Friday night.
Can't come soon enough. Looks to me like Bassett's kind of calling his own pitches. Reverse pitch com on the right hip. 2-2 to Turner is just outside. Good take. And a full count with Devers on deck. Fewer games against your competition in this balance. So these matter double. 3-2 is softly grounded foul on the third base side. I mean, the Red Sox are done with the Blue Jays for a long while after this series. In fact, only 3 more games remain with the Jays. Those come September 15, 16, and 17 in Toronto. 3-2 to Turner with 1 down in the third inning. The pitch is a ground ball up the middle. The shortstop DeYoung has it. Throws in plenty of time to get Turner. And they're 2 away. Red Sox frustrations continue. Surf and Turf is now on sale at Shaw's and Star Market today through Thursday. Value pack beef, T-bone, or porterhouse steak. Bags of raw shrimp, $6.97 a pound. Use the digital coupon. 2 packages save on the best of land and sea. Shaw's and Star Market is perfecting the art of fresh. The third inning should have been over on a ball that Jaron Duran could not catch. Because it didn't end then, the Jays scored 4 runs. Here's Devers. Doubled over the barrier in left field his first time. He takes a slider inside for ball one. Devers with an open stance. Bat held high, flat to the ground. 1-0 strike. And of course, this kind of a weekend, not that optics matter in the grand scheme of things, but you couldn't have done it at a worse time than right after the trade deadline passed 5 days ago. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Strike. Like if the Red Sox on the first day of August were 5 games out of the wild card, it would have been a totally different approach. But they held firm and have not delivered since. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him with a sweeper down and in. And the inning is over very quickly. To the fourth we go. 4-0 Jays in the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
No matter where you're headed, Citgo is a good place to start. Whether you're off to the ballpark, dog park, or amusement park, driving range or drive-in theater, Saturday morning soccer or Sunday brunch, Citgo top-tier Tri-Clean gasoline gets you where you're going and keeps your engine running cleaner and smoother along the way. Whether you're traveling near or far, when you start with Citgo, you're good to go.
Good to go.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Why?
Why? If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this a lot. Why? Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why?
Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
Gresh and Fourier, weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
We go to the fourth inning. Toronto leading the Sox 4-0. Merrifield to lead it off, and then Belt and Schneider in the Herb Chambers batting order. Brought to Herb Chambers, 4 to Braintree and 4 to Westboro. The pitch to Merrifield. Misses from Murphy outside, ball one. Still some lingering tension after everything that happened here yesterday surrounding Alex Verdugo. 1-0 to Merrifield as Murphy misses again. Changeup, and it's 2-0. You totally understand what Alex Cora did both yesterday and today. He felt like it was imperative to send a message to Verdugo. They've tried to hammer that home so many times with him. A 2-0 changeup is a strike. It's 2-1. And he said, to honor the other 25 guys in the clubhouse, I needed to send that message, which he did.
There was an issue with him with the Dodgers.
2-1 is a little bit inside. I mean, this is the second time he's been benched. The first time for hustle, this for tardiness, essentially. Showing up way too late the night after being pinch hit for the 3-1 is inside ball 4. And I've not spoken yet with any Red Sox players about that incident. There's always real solidarity most of the time in clubhouses around everything, essentially. I mean, it's 6.5 months together. Guys don't kind of get too high or too low. There's not often lasting animosity. But yesterday we'll test that with Verdugo and the rest of the guys in that room as Brandon Belt is into the left-handed batter's box. Murphy throws, and it is a strike on the outside corner.
I asked Alex about how it affected the other players. He said they understand.
They understand what Alex did. Cora, yeah. Now Mauricio Llovera is going to begin throwing after the walk here began the fourth. And Belt takes outside. Murphy not sharp today. 1-1 to this left-handed hitter. You couldn't have picked a worse time to do that were you Verdugo. I mean, it's the biggest, most important series and game of the season. 1-1 is a pop foul. That was a curveball. Probably off the plate and in. Belt spoils it to the third base side, and it's 1-2. That just does not send the right message to your teammates about how invested you are in the season and in the rest of your mates. So you really wonder how that played yesterday and today with those guys. I think you can safely assume the answer is not well at all. 1-2. Here's the pitch outside. I mean, Verdugo's talked openly about it, about his relationship with Alex Cora, and how even though they don't always see eye to eye, he trusts him and that he has accepted his challenges many times. He sure did in the offseason. Got off to the tremendous start. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Infield is way over to pull. The Raffy's where the shortstop normally plays, and this 2-2 almost hits Belt. Spins him out of the way. It's 3-2. But I mean, Verdugo after next year is a free agent. So the Red Sox will have a major decision to make about whether to keep him around after all of the continued issues with him. 3-2. Pitch is a strike on the inside corner. He got him with a good slider, did Murphy. Third strikeout for Chris. And with one down, here comes Davis Schneider. Undoubtedly, incidents like yesterday will shade the Red Sox thinking on the matter, and they will also unquestionably harm Verdugo's value on the open market. His reputation in the game is beginning to precede him. The pitch to Schneider is launched high and deep into left field. This kid has done it again. On to Lansdowne Street, Davis Schneider has been a supernova in his first weekend in the big leagues at Fenway Park. A 2-run homer. The disaster continues for the Red Sox. It is 6-0 Toronto.
He is now 7 for 11 with 2 home runs in the major leagues. That'll do it for Murphy.
So now Llovera is going to come on, and the Red Sox have dug themselves an enormous hole on a Sunday afternoon. How quickly the tenor of this season has changed in just 3 short days. Cora to the mound, Llovera out of the bullpen. 6-0 Toronto. 4th inning is brought to you by Cars for Kids. Donate your car and help a child today. 877 Cars for Kids at carsforkids.com. Body language not good on the mound. Cora and Casas, everybody kind of looking down, and it's hard to blame them. 6-0 Toronto. Back for more after this in the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle. And it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of Ford trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford. This is your time to discover summer at your local Ford dealer.
Arbella Insurance is the presenting sponsor of the Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon. We've been proudly supporting Dana Farber and the Jimmy Fund and its mission to provide life-saving cancer care, research, education, and prevention for over 15 years. Donate $50 or more to the Jimmy Fund, and you could save 6% off your car insurance with Arbella. Find a local independent agent at arbella.com. Arbella, here for the Jimmy Fund. Here for good.
It's been a rather traumatic weekend for the Red Sox. Trailing 6-0 with all the stuff going on off the field. Now it's on Mauricio Llovera to try to keep this thing between the buoys. It's 6-0, still only 1 out in the 4th inning. Red Sox have been out hit in this game 9-3. And Llovera, who has shown some good stuff, but has also really struggled to throw strikes in his brief time with the Red Sox. He came on in the 6th inning on Friday night, gave up a leadoff homer to Dalton Varsho, then walked Springer, gave up a double to Guerrero. And in his now 3 innings, 3 2/3 with the Red Sox, he's walked 5. And just trying to keep this game within even remote reason at this point. 6-0 and Springer and Chapman to face Llovera.
The White Sox got 3 in the ninth inning to take a 5-3 lead at Cleveland. Tim Anderson, who took their right cross, not in the lineup today. Their manager said it was just a scheduled day off.
Pedro Grifol. You never see baseball fights like that. I mean, that was legit.
Usually you don't see blows struck. We mentioned Nipper. Nip had another one spring training when he drilled Darryl Strawberry in 1987 in St. Petersburg after Strawberry had taken about 3 minutes to round the bases in his home run in Game 7 of the World Series in 86.
They did not forget that, huh?
Not at all.
One down. Here's George Springer with the bases empty. The outside corner. When you got to spring training in 87, I would imagine there was still real lingering sadness around that team.
There was, but figured this team is very good and they're going to get back there soon. It took 18 years to get back to the World Series.
0-1 is fouled back.
But as that fight was happening when Nipper drilled Strawberry, our guest on the air at the time was then National League president, later commissioner, the late Bart Giamatti.
Just a fascinating, brilliant man. 0-2 to Springer. The pitch is outside the field.
You know, we know him well. And my dad always said he was the smartest man he ever met. He had a vocabulary that you needed a thesaurus or a dictionary to figure it out.
And used it freely.
But humbly.
1-2 to Springer. Pop up on the first base side. Drifting foul. Casas a long run. Overcomes Urias. And Tristan is there to make the play. 2 down. I'm reading Lou Gorman's book, your dear friend, and there's a very moving passage. The first couple chapters about it, the 86 World Series in Games 6 and 7. And he so famously recounts the moment in Game 6 when the Red Sox gave that game back without removing Bill Buckner with some of the decisions on the mound when Mrs. Yawkey turned to Lou and said, "Your manager just lost you the World Series." Here's Matt Chapman swinging and driving one high down the right field line. Long run for Verdugo, and just inside the line, he's there to make the play.
He did say that. Yes, Lou quoted him. Quoted Mrs. Yawkey, that is.
Going to go over 2 more in, though, for the Blue Jays. Bottom 4 next. 6-0 Toronto on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Every business deserves a great deal. That's why, for a limited time, we're launching the Mobile Made Free event. With Comcast Business Internet, new and existing customers can get 1 year of unlimited mobile for free. Yep, you heard that right. An entire year, free. It's our best internet, powered by the next generation 10G network and with 99.9% reliability, plus 1 line of free mobile for a year. The Mobile Made Free event is happening now.
Get started with fast speeds and advanced security for $49 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Plus, ask how to get up to a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying bundle. Call or go online to learn more. Offer ends 9/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and automatic payments. New 50 megabits per second internet and Security Edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Mobile offer requires 100 megabits per second internet and new unlimited intro mobile service.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Why?
If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this a lot.
Why?
Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why?
Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
JOY. Jones and Mego. Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Then Casas to lead it off for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 4th. They need something to get going here. Trailing the Blue Jays 6-0, in danger of being swept. Really falling 5 games out of the 3rd wild card spot. pitch to Casas is drilled high and deep into right field. Back on it at the track at the wall. Gone. There's a start. Casas launches over the visiting bullpen. A solo shot to begin the fourth. And the Red Sox have their first run. It is 6-1. Must be a relief for Casas, who struggled in this weekend series. Well, takes a spark to start a fire. Maybe that's it for the Sox. Here comes Alex Verdugo. Alex came up in a huge spot, bases loaded in the first inning, and grounded out. Here he is, and a fastball for a strike, 0-1. It was always going to be unfair that Verdugo would be linked with Mookie Betts. That's an impossible standard to live up to. 0-1. Swung on and missed. Big cutter. And it's 0-2. But recently, he has just not made it real easy on himself. Verdugo. And he's got some real hard decisions to make about the direction he wants to go in. As a pro, 0-2. With Arias on deck, the pitch is looped into left field. That's a base hit. Here come the Red Sox. Homer and a single. And Verdugo is aboard. Still nobody out for Luis Urias. So many people throughout the game rave about Verdugo's natural abilities, bat-to-ball skills, the athleticism, hand-eye coordination, all those things totally off the charts. He loves the big moment. He can handle the intensity of Boston. There's a lot to love about the player. Here's Arias, who singled his first time here. He takes a fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. But it becomes hard to justify some of the things that happen off the field. Looking to carry a big rally here. Still nobody out. 0-1 to Arias. Pitch. That is a strike right there on the inside corner. And it's 0-2. Arias has been a pleasant surprise in his few games with the Red Sox. 4 for his first 8. 0-2. Double played up behind Bassett. Here's the pitch. And it is popped up. It is shallow center field. Kiermaier with the shades on. Angles his body a little bit. It's there to make the play. And there's one down. That's such a subtle thing that further underscores how great a defensive player Kiermaier is. You see a lot of the great outfielders on a sunny day like this angle their bodies to make it easier to pick up a ball in a bright sky. Beautifully done. One down, and here's Reese McGuire. This game changed when Jarren Duran did not make a play running onto the warning track in right center. Back in the 4-run third. Here's McGuire. He takes a strike on the outside corner. Surf and Turf now on sale at Shaw's and Star Market today through Thursday. Value pack beef T-bone or porterhouse steak and bags of raw shrimp, $6.97 a pound when you use the digital coupon. 0-1 the pitch. Swing and a foul. Fastball. And it is 0-2 to McGuire. Reese hit a ball very hard to center field his first time. Been good since coming off the IL with that oblique strain. 0-2. Here it is. That's way outside with a curveball, and it's 1-2. You know, Connor Wong is happy to have Reese back because only so many days could he catch in a week, and without McGuire in there, they really leaned on Wong. 1-2. Here's the pitch. That's swung on and missed. He got him with a great curveball. Third strikeout for Bassett, and after the home run, now 2 down, and here's Pablo Reyes. This time of year, I think something that's not often thought about is the mileage on the knees and legs of a catcher's, which have somewhat been lessened by the one knee stance, but still, the wear and tear at this time of year is pretty enormous. Here's Pablo Reyes with Verdugo at first. The pitch is high with a fastball. But in some ways, the time that McGuire missed with that oblique strain, he should be a lot fresher this part of the year. 1-0 to Pablo. Pitch to him. Up and in. Fastball 2-0. You'd love to get Duran up in this inning. Bassett wants a new baseball. It is pretty stark when you think about the fact that the Blue Jays, who added Bassett in the offseason, just got Ryu back off the IL. They made a splash last year for Gossman. They've got Barrios. They've got a 6-man rotation, while the Red Sox have 3 healthy starters.
Yeah, they're third in the league in ERA. Pitching and defense have pretty much carried them.
2-0 is outside, ball 3. And those two things, in many ways, are the top objectives of the upcoming offseason. And not a lot of easy answers necessary to fill those holes in the rotation. 3-0 to Pablo Reyes. The pitch is taken for ball. That's a 4-pitch walk to the 9-hole hitter. Not what Bassett was trying to do, and now a real opportunity for Jarren Duran. But first, here comes their pitching coach, Pete Walker.
Bassett has given up 21 homers now.
Duran homered in the opener. That time it made it a 3-2 game, and then yesterday, Jarren took the collar 0 for 4, so he is now 0 for last 7, but a chance to change all that right here. Casas is homered, and now with 2 on and 2 out, Jarren will come to the plate. I don't think it has yet been determined that the Red Sox can feel too confident that Garrett Whitlock is built necessarily to take the ball every 5 days and endure the workload that a starting pitcher must.
Might come back in a multiple innings relief role.
I think still kind of waiting to see about Tanner Houck, who was really wonderful this season before a couple injuries, the most recent of which just a line drive off the face. So unfortunate. Here is Duran, left-handed hitter. 2 on, 2 out. Chance to get back in the game. Pitch is in the dirt. Slider. And it's 1-0. You got Duran, then Yoshida, a couple left-handers that figured have good looks at Bassett here. Jarren fly to left in the first and ended the second inning, bouncing into a double play. One 1-0. There's a curve on the outside corner. 4 a strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Jarren Duran. That's the 3rd time this season Duran has been doubled off, and all of them have been exactly like the one today. Just one-hop bullets right at an infielder. 1-1 is skied foul on the third base side. And it's 1-2. The epitome of game-changing speed. He's changed so many games. As Duran, truly one of the bright spots of this year. Verdugo at second, Reyes at first. 1-2 to Jarren. Here's the pitch, and it is just high. Taken, a fastball, and it's 2-2. Outfield playing Duran to pull a little bit. Kiermaier shaded toward the triangle. 2-2. Huge gap in left center field. The left fielder Merrifield's kind of straight up. So if Jarren could hit one out toward the Webb and Moderna signs, which he's shown a real tendency to do in this ballpark, he could run forever. 2-2. They lead at first and second. Here's the pitch. Outside, really good take and a cutter. 3-2. That's a big outcome because now the runners from first and second will be off with the pitch. Fans trying to get behind Duran here. 3-2, and Bassett fakes a throw to second. Will Middlebrooks has coined Jarren Duran Captain Chaos, which I think is fantastic. Mad at myself for not coming up with that, but I'll footnote him. Use it all the time. 3-2 to Jaron. He is swung on and missed. He got him with a curveball that was way beneath the zone. Chased a bad one there. Pitch was in the dirt. Duran takes off for first, but the home plate umpire says rightly that Jaron had abandoned the base paths and that the inning is over. Alex Cora is coming out to talk it over. I mean, I think at first Jaron didn't realize the pitch was in the dirt and sort of belatedly ran to first, and because of that, Chad Whitson says no, he did not pursue his path down the line. Inning over, the Red Sox get a run on a Casas homer, but strand 2, 6-1 after 4 on the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
Introducing the all-new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek, redesigned to make every mile an adventure. The 2024 Crosstrek features a refined, rugged style, upgraded tech, and enhanced Subaru safety and capability, all packed in the right size SUV. Love is out there. Find it in the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek, starting at $24,995. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
How powerful is Cox Internet? So powerful that one day, your daughter will be able to simulate a soccer match against some of the world's best players right from your backyard. Get gig speeds powered by fiber from Cox. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Internet delivered through Cox's hybrid fiber coax network. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions apply.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
The Rich Keefe Show, weekday afternoon starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
6-1 Jays. Leading off is Gavin Biggio. The Herb Chambers batting order. Pitch low and inside, ball 1. Sponsored by Herb Chambers pre-owned cars and trucks. Biggio grounded out 4-3 and doubled up the gap in left center to drive in a run. The pitch to the son of the Hall of Famer is taken high. Named for the county in Ireland, Cavan.
The Emerald Isle, beautiful place.
Had a wonderful visit there several years ago. The pitch, inside corner, call strike, and it's 2-1. Mauricio Llovera, the third Red Sox pitcher. Murphy's on the hook, gave up all 6 runs on 7 hits with 2 walks and 2 Ks in 2 1/3 innings, his roughest outing. There's a line foul, slash to the left out of play. 2-2 to Biggio's been a super utility man. In fact, he had 2 pinch home runs this season. Can play the infield and the outfield. He's in right field today. And the pitch is inside. Remember, his dad came up as a catcher. Craig Biggio can really run. Specialized in getting hit by pitches. 3,000 hits. Biggio and Bagwell for the Houston Astros. Foul to the left out of play.
Craig hit for the cycle in 2002. Cavan did it in 2019, which should mean that in 2035, Griff Holt will hit for the cycle in the playoff game against the Yankees.
The pitch. Low and inside, a walk. Well, that's been an issue today. That's 5 walks by Red Sox pitchers. I take that back. 3 walks by Red Sox pitchers. Still too many. And here's Alejandro Kirk, who singled to left and walked. Rockstar's not involved in baseball right now. There's a call strike. Imagine it'd be back in a role sooner or later.
He enjoys being around his kids. He tried it out in the booth a little bit last year. He said he just felt like he wasn't far enough away from it to be as critical as he needed to be.
As a coach or analyst, pitch low and inside.
But I mean, first of all, it's a great baseball acumen. Second of all, he's got unbelievable pipes. I mean,
he does. He'd be a great broadcaster. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And it's a breaking ball for a strike over the inside edge. So it's 1-2.
He's a crooner, too. He can sing. Prod Ken.
Not surprising with those pipes. Yankees coming back. They now trail 5-3 with the bases loaded in the fourth. There's a ground ball foul third base side. Houston jumped to an early lead in that game. Urquidy just came off the IL. He hadn't pitched in a long time, but he's out of the game. Now it's 5-4 as the Yankees get another run. Long way to go in that one. The Yankees trying to make it 3 or 4 against the Astros. Here's the throw to first, runner dies back. They've had their problems in so many ways with Houston, especially in postseason. There's certainly a lot of bitterness after what happened in 17. Here's the runner going from first. The pitch is inside and dropped by the, or did it hit him?
I think it did.
I think it did, yeah. Umpire really never gave a signal. But I think it hit the Kirk on the arm, and here's the trainer, manager John Schneider out.
That's the last thing they can afford with Jansen already down for a similar reason.
I mean, he probably could catch in a pinch here, although it's a left wrist issue that Jansen has. You're so vulnerable behind the plate there. And they're looking at his left arm around the elbow of Alejandro Kirk. So 2 men on, without a hit, a walk and a hit batsman. Kiermaier will be coming up.
Matt Olson hit his 39th home run just now and went 453 feet.
You know, the Braves got a lot of criticism when they made that trade and let Freddie Freeman go to the free agent market, but it's turning out well for both the Olson and the Braves, and also for Freeman and the Dodgers.
I would say.
Pitching coach here. We take 10 seconds on the Shaw Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
So the batter will be Kiermaier with the young on deck. Who's on deck? Brought to you by America's largest online small business lender. Apply today at ondeck.com. Kiermaier popped to short and single to left. Here's the pitch home, and he takes a breaking ball that's wide. And it's ball one. Rivera pitched pretty well for the Giants. Here's the pitch home, and he swings and grounds it up the middle, through for a base hit. Here comes Biggio to score. Duran flips it into second, and it's 7-1 Toronto. Second baseman Urias went after it and almost collided with the second base umpire Drake, but he really had no chance to come up with it. So Kiermaier, with his third RBI in the series, had one yesterday in the ninth that turned out to be the game winner, and 2 today.
And on both sides in his career, offense and defense, one of the all-time Red Sox killers.
I remember a walk-off home run he had at Tampa Bay against the Red Sox. DeYoung is struck out and bounced into a force, and he takes a strike. Kiermaier, an outstanding center fielder, although, in my opinion, Jackie Bradley was better. There's a ground ball foul to the right. I can't be totally impartial, though. By the way, we'll be watching that Dodger game closely today because Rich Hill is making his San Diego debut. Talked to Rich on Friday just after he arrived in San Diego. The pitch is swung on, looped in a left center field. This is trouble. It gets down for a hit. It'll load the bases. The slow-footed Kirk has to stop at third. The throw goes to the mound. It's boxed around by Raffy, but no further advance. So 4 straight base runners aboard. Kirk to third, Kiermaier to second, DeYoung to first. And here's Whit Merrifield, who struck out, grounded to short, and walked and scored.
And again, Joe, just seen it too many times in the last week. The real downside of all of these bullpen games. Too often you had guys who clearly don't have it, that you got to keep in the game because everybody else is worn thin.
Merrifield swings and grounds one weakly to the charging shortstop. Here's the throw to first in time. Did he have a play at second?
I thought so.
But might have been screened a little bit by the runner. It was hit not all that hard. Reyes had to charge, but they do get the out at first. Finally, the first out here. Merrifield out 6-3, so another run scoring. As Kirk crosses the plate, it's 8-1. RBI number 52 for Whit Merrifield. Kiermaier to third, and DeYoung to second. And here's Belt, struck out, had a bunt single and fanned again. On a call third strike, he takes low and inside, ball one. So 2 more runs home here in the 5th. 8-1 Jays as they break it open here. There's the delivery, and it's taken high. Long day at the yard here for the Red Sox. Olvera deals home and leaves a breaking ball wide. The Yankees have tied the Astros and are still batting in the bottom of the 5th. Aaron Judge, bases loaded walk. In fact, the last 2 Yankees have walked to force in 2 runs. The pitch outside, and he walked him. 4-pitch walk to Belt. And this is the last guy you want to see in this Toronto lineup, a guy most of us never heard of till Friday night, and that is Davis Schneider, the rookie. Single to center in the first, struck out, and hit his second home run of the series and the second of his career. A 2-run shot over everything and left in the 4th. He is now 7 for 11 with the Jays with 3 RBIs in the pitch home. He swings and foul tips it into the mid, strike one.
And now Richard Blyer begins warming for the Sox.
8 runs, 11 hits for the Toronto Blue Jays. Olvera's ready in the pitch. And it hit the bat, or did it hit him as he tried to back out of the way it hit him?
Yep.
It hit the arm. Another run forced home. Another RBI for Schneider, and it's 9-1 Jays. Merry-go-round in the bases. 3rd RBI of the game and 4th of his career for Davis Schneider. So 2-hit batsman this inning by Olvera. That sent Kiermaier home. DeYoung to third, Belt to second, and here's Springer. 2 doubles and a foul to first, and his second double was the most pivotal play of the game. A drive to right center that was in the air seemingly forever. Jaron Duran was running over and just didn't reach it. Didn't reach out far enough to get it. Should have been an out. It ended up as a double. They went on to score 4 runs.
Very difficult to watch. The only question for the Red Sox in their dugout is Blyer ready? I mean, Alex Cora is trying to wait as long as he can to go to the mound. They want to take Olvera out. They just don't know whether Blyer is hot enough in the bullpen.
So, bases full of Blue Jays, and the pitch to Springer is low and away. So with 2 for 3 today, George is 8 for 15 since his 0 for 35 drought. The Red Sox code word of the game is Duran Duran 16. Duran Duran 16. Make sure to enter your code word in the member portal today. The pitch is a sinking fastball for a strike at 95.
What a difference 9 days can make. I mean, when the Red Sox beat the Braves 2 in a row here at Fenway Park, they were flying high, right back in the thick of everything.
Here's the 1-1. Ground ball foul, third base side. That was the best series of the year against probably the best team in the game.
But on the brink of losing 7 of the next 9. And it is gut check time for this club.
Kiermaier at third, DeYoung at second. Well, Kiermaier scored. It's DeYoung at third, and the pitch misses. And a merry-go-round on the bases. 4 runs in the third, 2 in the fourth, 3 here in the 5th. With the bases loaded, still only 1 out. Young, Belt, and Schneider lead away. And the 2-2 pitch. Springer takes a little bit low and outside. Now, Yavera's thrown 34 pitches, only 18 strikes. Walks, hit batsman. Here's the pitch. And a line drive to left field. Yoshida moving back, makes the catch in front of the track. The Young scores easily on the sac fly. Throw comes into the infield, boxed around by Reyes. So that makes it 10-1. Springer with his 44th RBI, hit it hard. Other runners held. Everybody in the Toronto lineup now has scored at least a run. Biggio scored twice. So here's the ninth man to bat, Chapman, who fly to right, double off the wall, and fly to right. There's pitch, inside slider for a call strike.
I know the Red Sox are practicing patience with Trevor's story on him. Give him his time, his schedule to get back here and feel normal.
That one's inside and high.
But for the biggest series of the year to come and go, while he's blasting away home runs down at AAA, not ideal.
Well, he felt he needed more time. Homered again today. Here's the pitch home, and it's fouled to the backstop, a high fastball. Rivera's ERA has now jumped to 6.1. Limited action. Murphy on the hook for this one. Right-hander deals way outside with a sweeper. Orioles trying to sweep the Mets, lead 1-0 in the sixth. Yankees finally were retired, but they scored 4 to tie the Houstons 5-5 after 4. Here's the pitch home, and a ground ball just foul outside of third. Bill Miller, the umpire there, skipping over it. Rodon went 2 2/3 for the Yanks. 5 earned runs on 3 hits with 2 walks and 2 homers. He's out of the game. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive. Base hit over the leaping second baseman toward the gap. Another run will score. Belt crosses the plate. And scooting over to third is Schneider, and it's 11-1. The hits just keep on coming. Alex Cora heading to the mound. And that will do it for Yavera. Joe Jakes, by the way, sent back to Worcester today with Nate Robertson, acquired in the trade active. You may see him later. But this one's out of hand. Every pitching change as we come your way on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
New England. It's time to get out there in a built Ford tough truck, and it starts at your New England Ford dealer's Discover Summer Sales Event. From the detail-oriented F-150 to the all-new Super Duty, there's no surprise why F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight, are the best way to make this summer one for the books. With your New England Ford dealer stocked with fresh inventory, now's the best time to discover summer in a Ford. Claim based on 1977 to 2022 CY total sales.
Arbella Insurance is the presenting sponsor of the Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon. We've been proudly supporting Dana-Farber and the Jimmy Fund and its mission to provide life-saving cancer care, research, education, and prevention for over 15 years. Donate $50 or more to the Jimmy Fund, and you could save 6% off your car insurance with Arbella. Find a local independent agent at arbella.com. Arbella, here for the Jimmy Fund. Here for good.
Here's Richard Blyer, left-hander who spent much of the season on the injured list, is the Red Sox 4th pitcher today. And Rich has struggled of late, so he's out there to pitch for the Red Sox as he makes his 26th appearance, 1-0 with a 5.40 ERA. This will be the 10th man to bat in Craig Biggio, who has grounded to second, doubled, and walked. It's 11-1 Toronto. A 5-run fifth inning so far, with runners at first and third and still 2 men out. Biggio, the 10th man to bat. He started this mess with a walk. 2 walks, 2 at-batsmen for Rivera in this inning. Torontonians began the day 8th in the league in runs scored. Move up a little bit today. There's a breaking ball for a strike.
Carlos Rodon left the game with a left hamstring injury. 6 years, $162 million with his injury history.
And a high ERA. Over 6, I believe. The pitch, check swing low. Well, they've made some signings that I'm sure are regrettable, particularly the Josh Donaldson signing. It's been a disaster.
The Frankie Montas deal does not look good.
Here's the pitch, and it swung on. Line drive, stabbed by the pitcher, Blyer, to retire the side. Rodon, by the way, is a 7.33 ERA. Well, finally this inning ends. 10 men come to the plate. 5 of them cross it. 11-1 Toronto as we go to the bottom of the 5th on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Major attention.
Hi, this is Lou Merloni. Did you know that people with disabilities adapt on a daily basis? They're people you want on your team. At the Massachusetts Commission for the Blind, they help companies build an inclusive workforce. Call 617-421-9740 or visit mass.gov/vision to learn how to become an important partner and hire qualified candidates with MCB's talent pool. That's 617-421-9740 or mass.gov/vision.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
How powerful is Cox Internet? So powerful that one day your daughter will be able to simulate a soccer match against some of the world's best players right from your backyard. Get gig speeds powered by fiber from Cox. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Internet delivered through Cox's hybrid fiber coax network. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions apply.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
Well, I guess we have to be up front with what's going on here. It's 11-1 Toronto. Bottom of the 5th inning. But who knows what'll happen? No predictions. Here's Bassett facing Yoshida in the last of the 5th, and the first pitch is hit high and deep to left center field, back by the wall. Kiermaier looks up, it's off the green, and Yoshida's on his way to second. Oh, he could be out, and he tags it. He's safe. Oh, he should have been out. The throw had him beaten. The grab by the second baseman Schneider, but Yoshida made a very good slide to the front of the bag and somehow avoided it. I mean, when Kiermaier got that ball off the Pan Mass Challenge side, he had time to throw slightly to the right of second base. And Yoshida's very fortunate he wasn't out, which would have been very tough to take down 11-1. That goes as a double. Connor Wong is going to pinch hit here for Justin Turner, who singled to right and grounded to short in his at-bats, the DH. So Yoshida with a 2-bagger is at second base. Here's the pitch, and it's low and away. Yu Chang would hit for Devers. So the score is 11-1. That is the explanation for that. 0-1. Connor Wong with the ball yesterday to the wall. Hits a pop fly into shallow left center field. Shortstop out, left fielder on, and Merrifield, the left fielder, hauls it in for the out. Cape Cod League in their playoffs now. And they're brought to you by the Cape Cod Healthcare, the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League, with 6 convenient urgent care centers from Falmouth to Orleans, open daily with no appointment needed, and staffed by board-certified ER providers. View wait times at capecodhealth.org. Chang hitting for Devers. Well, with the score 11-1, as we said, that's the explanation. Raffy blooped the double to the left and struck out. And the pitch is inside, ball 1. Chang hitting at 165 with 6 homers. Pitch is swung on, bounce to the right side. Schneider has a room service hop to his left and throws him out. 4-3 on the out. And it brings up Casas, who walked and then hit the first pitch he saw into the right center field bleachers for his 17th home run. Bassett 1 out away from qualifying for what would be his 11th win. He's been very anxious to get out on the mound. As soon as the inning ends, he runs out there with 11-1 lead. Why not? Swinging strike. 0-1 to Tristan with a runner at third. 2 men down here in the 5th. And the pitch is swung on line, foul, first base side. What a job Dave Miller and his crew have done. They worked all night Thursday night, starting late, finishing at 4:30 in the morning, till another crew came on at 6 to lay out 20,000 square feet of turf. That was after the pickleball tournament here and several concerts. Still see remnants of what they had to do in right field. But a phenomenal job done by Dave Miller and his hard-working crew. 0-2 to Casas, and now they're going to call it. Batter takes time. Umpire saying something to the pitcher Bassett, who was caught for a pitch violation earlier. In the Cape Cod League this afternoon, the playoffs, the Brewster Whitecaps face the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox at 4 o'clock. Exciting times in the Cape Premier Amateur Baseball League. The pitch, ground ball, stabbed by the pitcher on 1 hop. Underhand flip retires the side. The Red Sox waste the leadoff double. After 5, 11-1 Jays on the Shaws in Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Looking to create a space you love? Let Sherwin-Williams bring your color to life. Whether you get expert help with a virtual color consultation or visit swsamples.com to order color chips and peel and stick samples, Sherwin-Williams has all the color solutions to help you find the perfect hue for your paint project. When you're ready to paint, shop online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams to get everything you need. Let Sherwin-Williams bring your color to life.
How powerful is Cox Internet? So powerful that one day, your daughter will be able to simulate a soccer match against some of the world's best players right from your backyard. Get gig speeds powered by fiber from Cox. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Internet delivered through Cox's hybrid fiber coax network. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions apply.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Very frustrating day for the Red Sox. Makes its way into the 6th inning. Richard Blyer comes on. He'll be the 4th he remains in the game. He got the final out of the 5th. He will carry on after Bernardino Murphy and Yovera. Alejandro Kirk set to lead it off for the Blue Jays in the Herb Chambers batting order. Kirk has singled, walked, and been hit by a pitch on base all 3 times. Blue Jays with 12 hits. Base runners all day, all over the place. Is the first pitch strike from Blyer on the outside corner.
He scored 11 and left 7.
They've drawn 4 walks, been hit a couple times. 0-1 pitch. Popped up on the right side. Casas comes together with Reyes, and in the end, Tristan reaches up to make the play. Pablo moved from shortstop to second. Urias from second to third, and Chang is the shortstop. I'm very interested to see what the Red Sox do on the roster when Trevor Story does come back on Thursday, presumably. Figure once they traded for Urias, he'll stick around. Here, 1 down for Kevin Kiermaier. The pitch to him is swung on and missed. Good slider in its own one. Problem for the Red Sox is, these games were so pivotal with the Blue Jays. Doesn't get much easier tomorrow, which you wouldn't have thought a couple weeks ago. The Royals are red hot.
They won 7 in a row till last night. They got beat.
1 is fouled off. They're losing again today, but Bobby Witt Jr.'s red hot. Apparently the Royals listened to some discussion about Salvador Perez, but backed away at the end. He wants his statue built there. 0-2 to Kiermaier. 2 high hits today. Here he takes a slider outside, and it's 1-2. Bayo to start tomorrow for Boston. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him with a good sinker in under the hands. And so, quickly, 2 down for Blyer and the Red Sox, and here comes Paul DeJong. Orioles are 27 games above 500. They lead the Mets 1-0 in the top of the 7th. I want to remind you to stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. Here's a swing and a miss by DeJong. On a good slider, it's 0-1. Two down, top 6. Blyer throws it, a ground ball up the middle. Chang ranges to his left, glove spins, throws to first. Very nice play. A rare bright spot on this afternoon. 11-1 after the top of the 6th in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Bring flavor to the table this summer with Hatfield's large variety of marinated pork tenderloins and pork loin fillets. It's time to grill. It's time for Hatfield. Visit simplyhatfield.com for delicious summertime recipes and to find a retailer near you.
Rhode Island Lottery's Patriots Instant Game has been reloaded with more VIP second chance prizes, including 2 new trip prizes, one to the big game in February and another to an away game in the 2024 season. More tailgate, VIP, and suite packages have also been added to give you more chances to get to Gillette, VIP style. Plus, you could win $35,000 instantly or in the final second chance drawing. Enter non-winning tickets at rilot.com. Good luck, and please play responsibly.
The office, your cell phone, and your laptop all melt away as you explore the rivers, creeks, and lakes of Columbia and Montour counties, just 2 hours northwest of Philadelphia. Navigate the north branch of the Susquehanna River by boat or land a trophy trout on Fishing Creek, one of Pennsylvania's legendary fishing destinations. Columbia and Montour counties offer the perfect opportunity to experience the best of nature from the water and get away from the fast pace of everyday life. Find a new adventure this summer. Visit itourcolumbiamontour.com and start planning your escape.
New Brake Best Select Pro. Professional grade brake pads and rotors from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Alex Verdugo to lead it off in the bottom of the 6th inning. 11-1 Toronto. Verdugo takes a curveball in the corner for strike 1. Verdugo. And then Urias and McGuire in the Herb Chambers batting order. Brought to you by Herb Chambers Sprinter Vans of Boston and Peabody. As Verdugo lines one into right field, that's a base hit. He's got hits in his last 2. And the leadoff knock. Here comes Urias. On the Subaru of New England scoreboard, Orioles into the 8th inning leading the Mets 1-0. It's amazing. Baltimore with a 3-game lead in the AL East. Tampa is battling with the Tigers today. The game's 6-5 in the 5th. The pitch to Urias is fouled off. And now Glasnow is dealing with another injury. McClanahan having his forearm examined. I mean, the Rays who went out and got Savali, they got issues in their rotation.
And their bullpen has not been great this year.
So unlike them. 0-1 the pitch. Swinging a high fly into center field. Kiermaier shielding his eyes from the sun right in front of the garage door. Leaps and makes the play. Spectacular from Kiermaier. He is there in plenty of time to rob Urias. Throw strong to first, but sliding back in Verdugo. Brilliant defense and one away.
Timed his jump perfectly.
Bleacher Bar Deluxe.
I think he might have injured himself.
Yeah, now John Schneider's going out to check in on him. Must have been when he collided with the wall. He's kind of holding out his right arm and shoulder. That would be a nightmare for the Jays. Kiermaier is almost walking himself out of the game. Uh-oh. Yeah, and John Schneider's got his hand on his shoulder. He's holding his arm out to the right, not moving it at all.
Might be some blood there. Might have had a cut.
Yeah, they got the towel. Indeed, he just slammed the elbow into the wall there.
It's actually that wire mesh by the bleacher bar.
Pretty amazing to do that, Joe, in an 11-1 game. He's brilliant out there, and he's going to leave the game. He's really not lost a step defensively. What a way to get the first out of the inning. He's done, and now...
Yeah, I think he must have a cut around his elbow.
Jays will make the change. Dalton Varsho, who's a great defender, will go out and take Kiermaier's spot. Blood, if that's all it is much better than what it first appeared. It sort of looked like for Kiermaier, either his shoulder had popped out or his wrist had broken, but they're hoping it's just more like a lesion. So Varsho gets a few throws to get loose. Urias put a charge into that. He's looked good at the plate since coming to the Red Sox. But it's just amazing that the Orioles, after all that the Rays did to start this season, 27-6, they have leapfrogged them in there. And now Baltimore's kind of in a spot where they could run away in the division a little bit, particularly with the issues, as we talked about, with the Rays starters. Don't miss out on a Subaru summer. Make the most of summer in a brand new 2023 Subaru. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Here's Reese McGuire. Oftentimes in baseball, it's really hard to say that there's carryover from one game to the next. Earl Weaver was really onto it with momentum on, but it's hard not to wonder what the feeling was in the Red Sox clubhouse after the awful way that yesterday ended. And everything that happened before the game. 0-1 to Reese. The pitch is line foul down the left field side. And it's 0-2. And they'll have to shake it off quickly, because they do now have a stretch coming with the Royals, the Nationals, and the Tigers that feels essential to right the ship. 0-2 to Reese McGuire with Verdugo at first. Here's the pitch. That is outside. Surf and Turf now on sale at Shaw's and Star Market today through Thursday. Value pack beef, T-bone, or porterhouse steak and bags of raw shrimp, all $6.97 a pound. Use the digital coupon limit 2. Best of Land and Sea. Shaw's and Star Market is perfecting the art of fresh. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He missed that curveball by a lot, and he is gone. Bassett is now fan 5. And with Verdugo at first and 2 down, here comes Pablo Reyes.
36,162, a sellout. Many Toronto fans here, but Red Sox fans certainly disappointed.
Not a lot to get excited about today. Here's Pablo. Strike on the outside corner. The Red Sox did not make enough quality pitches today. One of the rare times Chris Murphy hit hard. But this thing did turn in the third on defense. The 0-1 is a strike on the outside corner, 0-2. when that catch was not made in front of the Red Sox bullpen. You just never know how one play could move an entire ballgame. That one did.
Seems to happen more often than not with a defensive issue.
0-2 to Pablo Reyes, who's walked twice today. Yankees and Astros go to the 6th, tied at 5. 0-2. That's outside. The Yankees tied that game with 2 consecutive bases-loaded walks. So the Red Sox have a real chance to be a full game and a half behind the Yankees after play today. Very difficult weekend. 1-2 to Pablo Reyes. Bassett's 87th pitch is a slider that is swung on and missed. He couldn't check. And the inning is over. After a leadoff hit, nothing more for the Red Sox. 7th inning next. 11-1 Toronto on the Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
Surf and Turf is now on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Today through Thursday, get value pack beef T-bone or porterhouse steak and bags of raw shrimp, all just $6.97 a pound. When you use the digital coupon, you're limited to 2 packages. Save on the best of the land and sea. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Why?
If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this
Why?
a lot.
Why?
Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why?
Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Bring flavor to the table this summer with Hatfield's large variety of marinated pork tenderloins and pork loin fillets. When it's time to grill, it's time for Hatfield. Visit simplyhatfield.com for delicious summertime recipes and to find a retailer near you.
Hey, this is Tristan Casas. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Whit Merrifield to lead it off against Richard Blyer. 11-1 Toronto as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Merrifield Belt and the phenom Davis Schneider. Herb Chambers batting order brought to you by Herb Chambers Audi Burlington and Audi Brookline. Merrifield has walked and scored and driven in a run on a ground out. The pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Blyer has kind of steadied this game in as much as that's possible when it's 11-1. He has gotten outs and moved it along. 0-1 the pitch. Swinging a soft ground ball to first. Casas has it. He will take it himself. Plenty of time to beat Merrifield. And there's one down. This feels like a real turning point in the year for the Red Sox. Kind of a catastrophic weekend. The good news for Boston is they got 51 games remaining. And at least on paper, this is a very good stretch of the schedule coming up. Here is Brandon Belt. He takes a fastball outside for ball 1.
Yeah, Kansas City, Detroit, but they really haven't played that well against the bad clubs.
No. But you figure if they are going to get in this thing again, it will start right away against those clubs. The 1-0, a little bit outside of Cutter, 2-0. That's been the thing about this year that's tantalizing to Red Sox fans. They've got a really good record against teams with winning records. Not so this weekend, though. The 2-0 is high in the air into left field. Back on it, Yoshida, and he collides with the wall. Bad read there. It clambers off the wall and clangs off, rather. And Yoshida picks it up in the outfield grass. Belt's big weekend continues. He catches Green, an opposite field double with one out. And here comes Davis Schneider.
Last guy you want to see now.
I think in some ways, Masataka Yoshida has been as advertised in both ways, where he's a fabulous hitter. He's really contributed to the Red Sox, and it is a work in progress on the other end. Here's Davis Schneider, who fouls it off on the third base side.
Kid is 7 for 11 as a big leaguer.
With 2 home runs.
Not a real big guy either.
0-1 is high. You were talking about Hazel May and how both of you screwed up the church readings today. She had a great story on Toronto TV about the glove he uses. He picked it up out of like a lost and found bin at the clinic he coaches at in the off-season.
In Jersey, yeah.
1-1 is a little foul on the first base side.
Hey, they have about a family here to watch him. For Hughes, New Jersey. Right out of high school, they signed him, 28th round pick.
Are you going to be invited back to do the readings?
I don't do it nearly as well as the guy we used to do it at Yankee Stadium. Bob Shepard.
Oh, baby.
Talk about the voice of God.
1-2 is a little high. You really almost felt like it was being read from the mountaintop.
Exactly. Don Mattingly.
2-2. Drilled down the left field line. Another one for Schneider. Man, Belt comes to third. He's going to score. It's an RBI hit for Davis Schneider, whose storybook weekend continues. Another RBI, and he is something else. Now in the big leagues, he is 8 for 12 with a couple of home runs, and he just doesn't stop hitting.
Knocked him 4 today, so he's up to 750.
I hate to laugh, but it's a very cool story if you take allegiances out of it. Here's George Springer. Swings and misses over his slider, and it's 0-1. Talk about getting a guy to the big leagues at the right time. Unconscious.
Hit 21 home runs at AAA, batted .275 for Buffalo. But he's tearing it up here.
0-1 is outside. Fastball 1-1. Now the new guy, Robertson, is going to get up and warm in the Red Sox bullpen. Figured you might see that today. 12-1 Toronto. Pitch. Inside off the plate with a cutter. Isn't it true that Derek Jeter, even after Shepard moved on, he still came up to that recording of his voice?
For the rest of his career.
How cool is that? Swing and a miss at a slider, and it's 2-2.
Number 2.
And, especially in the old place, Joe, when you heard that voice and that name, it was usually not a good thing.
And what a gracious man. Wonderful gentleman. Daily communicant.
2-2 is on the ground to short. Chang to second for 1. Reyes over to first 2. Double play. And the inning's over. Davis Schneider's victory tour continues. In his first weekend in the big leagues, he has driven in 4 today, 8 for 12, and it's 12-1 Toronto at the stretch at Fenway on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up spills quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less than the leading ordinary brand. So you can get back to your night. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Why?
Why? If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this
Why?
a lot.
Why?
Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why?
Why? Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
As a parent, no 2 days are ever the same. At Care.com, you can find trusted and flexible sitters to help manage your family's ever-changing schedule. Care.com can even help you out with housekeepers, dog walkers, senior caregivers, and more, so you can find care for all you love. And 100% of caregivers who use Care.com have been background checked with CareCheck, a key first step in hiring confidently. To get the help you need to make it all work, sign up now and find a great sitter at Care.com.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Jarren Duran leads it off in the bottom of the seventh inning. 12-1, Blue Jays having fun, about to sweep the Red Sox. In this weekend series, we owe you the results of our Diesel Direct poll question of the day, which is brought to you by Diesel Direct. Reminding you to stop wasting time at the pump fuel with Diesel Direct. At Sox Booth on Twitter, the 0-1, swing and a miss. Fastball, 0-2. The choices were call him up ASAP, say it on Rafael, a cup of coffee in September, or let him develop in the minor leagues all year. And 43% say cup of coffee in September, which I think is indeed likely. The 0-2 pitch outside. It's always a delicate balance for a front office to figure out when the time is right to do that. You'll often hear Chaim Bloom and others say the players force their way. They tell you when the time is right, and I think that's largely true. 1-2 to Duran. Pitch. That's outside. But it is certainly impacted by what the season looks like, what the team's record is. I mean, if the Red Sox are right back in the thick of the wild card chase, then, it's a different discussion than they're just playing it out in September. The 2-2 is skied toward the monster in left. Back on it goes the left fielder Merrifield, and right in front of the Mason sign. He's there to make the play. So a little bit of a snag here for Duran ever since his 2-run homer on Friday night. And with one down, here comes Masataka Yoshida. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. Save on the action-packed Nissan lineup today. The Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event. Pitch to Massa is down and in. A curveball, ball one. Angel Hernandez, the home plate umpire of somewhat infamy, missed the first 3 months of this season. Injury, he kind of worked his way back. 1-0 to Yoshida. Doubled his last time. The pitch. Swinging a high fly into center field. Varsho circles around it with the shades on, drifting to his right in front. Dernasign, he's there to make the play. 2 down. He's got to plate today, does Angel, in New York, Yankees and Astros, and he just called a balk in that game.
Loves to draw attention to himself.
He does.
And Houston just scored 4 times.
Ooh. So, 9-5 in the 6th inning.
Myers' second home run of the game. Maldonado homered.
Misery loves company. The pitch to Wong is outside. Ball one. Every 4-bagger the Red Sox hit this season. Red Sox Radio Network donates $40 to Cars for Kids. We're making our donation. You should too. 877 Cars for Kids. CarsForKids.com. 2 down, bottom 7. 12-1 Toronto. Devers and Turner have been lifted from this game. Wong and Chang are in, and Wong grounds one to first. Belt plays the high hop, and very quickly the Red Sox retired in the 7th. 12-1 Toronto on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox.
Discover credit cards automatically double all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year, which means... Wait, hold up. Question for the audio engineer.
Go ahead.
Did I read that right? Discover automatically doubles all your cash back?
Yeah, that's what the script says.
So if I get a Discover card right now, I can earn twice the cash back.
Apparently. Wait! Unlimited first-year cash back match. Only from Discover. See terms and learn more at discover.com/match.
From town councils to Capitol Hill, agents who are realtors are advocating for what's right. We're working to increase affordable housing supply and ensure fair housing for all. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Whether you're all about fun in the sun or rest and relaxation, Volkswagen has SUVs to get you revved up for summer. Have a season packed with adventure in the versatile Atlas with spacious cargo room. Stroll to the sunset in the compact Taos with VW Digital Cockpit. Or make the most of your summer energy in the all-electric ID4 SUV. Get your summer on the road at your local Volkswagen dealer today.
Why?
Why? If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this a lot. Why? Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why?
Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
Gresh and Fourier, weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
8th inning, and tall right-hander Nate Robertson about to make his Red Sox debut. 12-1 Toronto, and leading off will be Matt Chapman here. Actually, it'll be Espinal hitting in the Chapman spot. Santiago Espinal is the pitch from the big right-hander. It's grounded to third. Grab there, throw to first in time by Urias for the out. He moved from second to third earlier in the game.
Espinal off the hook because of the Red Sox base running blunder last night. Made one of his own.
The top of the ninth, right? Could have been very costly. Chapman started in that position, and the lineup was 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs, including a double. Now, here is Biggio, who's grounded out 4-3, doubled and walked. Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers Lexus of Sharon and Lexus of Hingham. Strike one from Robertson, who's 25 years old, acquired from the Dodgers with minor league right-hander Justin Hagenman in exchange for Kike Hernandez. There's a strike. Right-hander debuted in the big leagues with the Dodgers June 7th. Allowed 7 runs in 10 1/3 innings in his first 9 career appearances, all in relief. Here's the pitch home, and the left-hand batter grounds one to second. Grabbed by Reyes at the edge of the grass, and Pablo throws him out. 2 quick outs here. He had a 2.87 ERA in AAA between Oklahoma City and Worcester. He's a Virginia native, Dodgers 7th round pick in 2019. So Nate Robertson gets the first 2 outs quickly. Alejandro Kirk going back to the dugout, I think, for some pine tar, a new batting glove. The single walk was hit by a pitch and popped out to the first baseman. Tuned for the Nissan post-game show after the game. Save on the action-packed Nissan lineup today at the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event. 36,162 the attendance today. It's brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're off to the ballpark, dog park, or amusement park, Citgo top-tier tri-clean gasoline gets you where you're going. Whether you're traveling near or far, when you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Right-hander deals. The pitch is inside. So Houston with a 9-5 lead. They're now in the last of the 6th in New York. 12-1 Jays. That one's low. There's 7 victories to start the season against Toronto. Seem like ancient history. Robertson delivers, and a fastball is in there for a strike. Kansas City here tomorrow. Bayo will take the mound against Cole Raggins, who's 3-3. It's a 4-game series. 2-1, waved at and missed.
Very important one for Bayo, because after an outstanding few months, he has not been himself for a few starts.
Well, have another day rest. He's been working with 5 days rest. That one's a little low and away. Nate Robertson is 25 years old. And that one misses. Ball 4. Kirk has been hit by a pitch, walks for the 2nd time. It's not the first Nate Robinson to pitch in the big leagues. Tigers had a Nate Robinson, who pitched also for the Marlins and the Phillies between 2002 and 2010. So a 2-out walk will bring up Varsho batting for the first time. And he swings and drives a foul out of play. We didn't get a report on Kiermaier, but he seemed to cut his arm making a diving, or a leaping catch, I should say, against the bleacher bar out there in center field. He left the game. Dalton Varsho takes it low. His dad, Gary Varsho, is a big league hitter in the National League. Named him for his late teammate Darren Dalton. Middle name John, or John Vukovic, a longtime Philly coach.
Really?
He passed away from cancer. There's a strike. One and two. Robertson fires, and it's high. Wears number 73 at the back of the home white uniform.
You didn't want to name him Kruk Varsho?
Would have been a little awkward, maybe. Robertson pitched collegiately at James Madison University. 2-2. Taken low. He is from Virginia, born in Roanoke.
The Old Dominion.
You were born in Virginia too, right?
Of course. Home of the most. Well, Virginia and Massachusetts lead the world in U.S. presidents.
There's a drop hit down the left field line, shallow toward the side wall. Long run for Yoshida, but it's into the stands. We'll have to count the number. Well, two of the first three, and four of the first five, right?
You got it.
Washington, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe.
Yep. Tyler Taylor Wilson, too.
Fouled out of play. So that's six. See, Massachusetts, John Adams, Kennedy. Here's the pitch. And a drive hammer to deep center field. Back toward the triangle. Duran on the go. Can't get it. It's off the wall by the garage door. Kirk comes rumbling home, and it's a triple for Varsho. That ball is 420 feet in the air. Wow. 13-1. So no pitcher unscathed today other than Bernardino pitched the scoreless first inning despite giving up a single and a double.
Dutch Dalton would be proud of the kid named after him. That was smoke. This kid has crushed the Red Sox this year. Calvin Coolidge and John Quincy also born in Massachusetts.
John Quincy's easy to get, yeah. Well, we think of Coolidge in Vermont, but he was born here, Northampton, I believe. There's a foul off the bat of DeYoung, who's 1 for 4, a single. He scored a run. Hit just to the right of the garage door there, about halfway up by the 420 sign.
Amazing.
It was powered. The 0-1 delivery coming to Paul DeYoung. And he fouls it to the right out of play. 0-2. Stay tuned for the Nissan post-game show after the game. Save on action-packed Nissan lineup today at the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event. Been a long day. So we hit the 2.5-hour mark here. The 1-2 pitch. Swinging strike. He got him on a pitch that sunk down and away. A changeup to retire the side, but the Jays get another run. After 7.5, 13-1. Toronto and the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Hey, it's Fourier. With over 133 million Americans living with diabetes or pre-diabetes, we are all at risk. 1 in 5 adults don't know they have it. Do you take 1 minute out of your day and take the American Diabetes Association's diabetes risk test? Know your risks? Then learn your numbers today. Visit diabetes.org/risk test. Knowing is the first step to better overall health, because today's diabetes hits different, but so do we. Brought to you by our good friends at Walmart.
Why?
If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this a lot. Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why?
Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Jones and Mego. Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Bowden Francis is the new pitcher for Toronto. First look at Francis with a 2.12 ERA to this point in the season after a strong outing by Chris Bassett, who had it easy with all the run support. And his first pitch is in there for a strike to Yu Chang, who pinch hit for Rafi Devers and grounded out 4-3 his first time up. Francis 1-0 in 8 games with 2.12 ERA. He's pitched 17 innings. And his pitch is hitting the right center field shallow. Over goes Varsho. He's there to make the catch. Oh, he's a good-looking outfielder. 7 innings for Chris Bassett. He allowed just a 1 run, the homer by Casas. Started, gave up 7 hits. He walked 3 and he fanned 6. He's headed to his 11th win. So 1 gone for Casas, who walked, hit a first pitch home run as he takes a strike.
I'm down a presidential wormhole, and Ohio produced 7 United States presidents, although all of them were born between 1822 and 1865.
All right, Benjamin Harrison fouled out of play. Was Tippecanoe there too? I know Warren Harding.
Yep.
William Howard Taft. That's 3. How many?
7.
7.
Yeah.
So more than Virginia.
Nope. Virginia produced 8. If you go by where they were born.
Yeah. Breaking ball low and inside.
So Harding, William Howard Taft, McKinley.
Yeah, McKinley, sure, Canton, Ohio, Hall of Fame city for football.
Benjamin Harrison, Garfield, Rutherford B. Hayes.
Compromise candidate, swing and a miss. And down he goes. Yeah.
Broadcaster Hall of Fame.
No, they were long before broadcasting.
And the last one, U.S. Grant. I did not.
2 down for Verdugo, who's bounced into a force and singled twice, once to left, once to right. He takes a strike from Bowden Francis, 4th round pick of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Oh, that was his brother. He was drafted by the Rays, or the Brewers first, low and inside. Came to the Toronto organization in 21. He's from Tallahassee, Florida. 1-1 to Alex Verdugo, and the pitch is swung on, grounded toward the middle. It's grabbed by the shortstop in the outfield and no throw. This would have been a very long throw. So Verdugo comes back with a 3-hit game, 3 singles. After being benched yesterday. But so far they haven't led to any scoring. Of course, it's 13-1. Toronto. Now here's Urias, who had an infield hit, fly to center, and then hit the drive to the center field wall. Tremendous catch was made by Kiermaier, who seemed to cut his arm, making the play out by the bleacher bar. That's low and away, ball one. For the Herb Chambers batting order with 2 out and a runner at first.
3 walks, 6 strikeouts, 1 home run.
1-0 pitch. He is low and away.
1 run earned, 3 walks.
And that goes to the backstop, and down to second scoots Verdugo. Be a wild pitch by Bowden Francis. Not Francis Bowden, but Bowden Francis. So that goes as a wild pitch. Two balls and no strikes. And he is starting all 3 games in this series, and he takes a fastball up and in, right under his chin. Three and nothing. Toronto 9, Yankees 6, bottom of the 7th in the Bronx. There's a strike.
Bowden College produced. We were talking about U.S. Grant. Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain, truly one of the heroes of the Civil War, orchestrated that attack on Little Round Top at Gettysburg.
From Bowden. Pitch is swung on, grounded to third, grabbed by Espinal, and he flips to first in plenty of time to retire the side. We go to the 9th, 13-1. Toronto and the Shaws in Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
The blockbuster event of the summer is here.
Outrunning a helicopter isn't exactly what I had in mind for my beach getaway.
But this isn't another full-throttle action movie. It's the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event.
Wait, what?
Featuring the action-packed 2023 Nissan Rogue and Nissan Sentra, with sport modes that give the performance of a lifetime.
Stealing my spotlight.
And now comes the real star of the show.
Get 0% APR financing for 36 months on select road trims. Availability is limited, so shop your local Nissan store or nissanusa.com today.
Better hurry. These offers won't get a sequel.
For well-qualified buyers, 0% APR financing for 36 months on new 2023 Rogue, excluding S-Trim and dealer stock. Example, 36 months financing at $27.78 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to residency restrictions and NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 9/5/23.
How powerful is Cox Internet? So powerful that one day, your daughter will be able to simulate a soccer match against some of the world's best players right from your backyard. Get gig speeds powered by fiber from Cox. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Internet delivered through Cox's hybrid fiber coax network. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions apply.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards 2023 details.
The Rich Keefe Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
For the second time this year, Pablo Reyes is about to pitch for the Red Sox. Wong, who had been the DH, goes to second base. His first pitch, a very, very, very slow curve at 40 miles an hour.
Come on, it's not a curveball. That's gravity.
Yeah, that's right. It had to drop eventually. He's facing Merrifield, who waits, and takes a ball. Merrifield is 0 for 4 with a walk. Did drive in a run with an infield out. Reyes pitched against Seattle back on May 15th. There's a strike. At 74, they call it a changeup. Come on, that's his fastball. Against Seattle, he went 1 inning, allowed 1 run on 2 hits with 2 walks, no strikeouts. And there's a ground ball just foul outside of third by Merrifield. So Robertson in his Red Sox debut went 1 inning, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 walk. Murphy on the hook. Pablo in those lime green shoes delivers home, and a fastball is grounded to second. Charged by Wong, fires to first in time. Nice play by Connor going to his right.
That was 84 miles an hour.
Yeah, he read back there. Try to lull him to sleep with that 40-mile-an-hour pitch. Brock Holt, I think, has the record. What was it, 31 miles
Correct.
an hour?
Yep.
For slowest pitch. Here's Belt. Has one single, a double, a walk, 2 strikeouts. He takes a ball.
Blue Jays go to Cleveland tomorrow.
White Sox with 3 of the night beat Cleveland 5-3. That's low and away. Reyes delivers, and he pumps that one a little high and outside at 82. Stop calling it a changeup on the board. The pitch is inside, a 4-pitch walk. Belt showing patience.
See, that was the changeup.
He doesn't have to mess up his swing. Let's see if we have the Orioles final has gone final. 2-0. Birds beat the Mets. They sweep that series.
They are something.
Perez the winner in relief. There's a strike.
I still think they'll regret not making a move for a high-level, top-end starting pitcher.
Well, they did get Flaherty. That's pretty good. This is Schneider. And he swings and drives one to center field. He has another base hit. Can you believe this? Davis Schneider is 9 for 13 as a big leaguer. All this weekend.
Insane.
You can't predict baseball. Solid single, and Belt stopped at second. He's 4 for 5 today. Single, struck out. Schneider then homered over everything. 2-run shot, hit by a pitch, and single now. The left in the 7th, and here in the 9th. Single to center. There's a strike to Springer, who is 2 for 4, 2 doubles and a sac fly. Swing and a miss. He was trying to hit that one over to Cambridge. 0-2. Huge swing here. Runners lead at first and second with a score 13-1. Jays, the pitch. Down and in. That was 67. They call it a curve. 1-2 delivery from Pablo Reyes, an infielder who can play the outfield as well, and it's low, gets away from the catcher, goes to the backstop. And the runners advance to second and third. Belt to third. Schneider to second on a wild pitch, so that can be on his baseball card. "13 runs, 16 hits for the Torontonians." Reyes delivers home, and it's inside. We're excited to share the Walmart stepping up to the plate. For every Walmart wall ball, they'll donate $100 to the American Diabetes Association. Here's the pitch home, and a ground ball stabbed by Reyes. There's his infielding prowess. He fires to first for the out. He saved himself 2 runs. Well, that was a hard hit one hopper. He made a beautiful stab, backhanding it, reaching up to grab it, and Springer, I think, thought he had 2 RBIs. Instead, he's out with the runners holding.
Give him the gold glove.
For the pitcher, yeah. Here's Espinal. Now, if he homers in the bottom of the 9th, he'd be the first Red Sox pitcher to homer since probably invented the DH. That's high ball 1.
Yeah, we got to figure out who that was, the last pitcher to homer.
Was it Sonny Siebert?
I believe it if you say it.
Here's the pitch. He was a good hitter. In fact, when he signed with Cleveland, they know it would be a shortstop or a pitcher. 2-0 the count. Here it is, and it's up and in. So it is 3 balls and no strikes. Of course, Reyes does not have a home run this year, so it's a long shot.
One beautiful thing about baseball, kids don't care about the score. They're having fun opening baseball cards and wearing Purdue bands.
Bailey and his buddy. Here's ball 4 to Espinal.
It's good perspective, I think, Joe. Keep it all in its proper focus.
Yep, tomorrow's another day, another game. 2 walks by Reyes, and here's Biggio, who has 1 hit, an RBI double in the 3rd inning. He also had a walk and scored twice. There's a call strike. That was at 84, his fastest pitch yet. Pablo Reyes with the bases loaded. Works. Slow one hit toward left center field. Back by the wall. Yoshida has the room, though, and makes the catch. And Reyes gets credit for a scoreless 9th inning, even though he loaded the bases, and he runs off the field like an infielder that he is. We go to the bottom of the 9th, 13-1 Jays on the Shaws in Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Great interest rates or great service. As a banking customer, don't you deserve both? Northern Bank offers a 12-month CD with 5% annual percentage yield and provides the personalized service you need to reach your financial goals. Open a 12-month CD at 5% APY and grow your savings. Visit nbtc.com or stop into a Northern Bank branch today. A maximum opening deposit of $250,000 per account. Offer is for limited time only and is subject to change without notice. Northern Bank. Member FDIC.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Why?
Why? If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this a lot. Why? Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why?
Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
I'm at home run in Philadelphia, but I believe he hit 2 for the Red Sox in the National League Park before the NL went to the DH. New pitcher here is Jay Jackson, a right-hander for Toronto. And Jackson is 3-0 this season and has a 0.53 ERA at 13 games, 17 innings, only 1 run on 7 hits. Reese McGuire's had a rough day, line to center and fan twice, and he takes it away, ball 1. He's leading off in the Herb Chambers Mercedes-Benz of Boston, Mercedes-Benz of Natick, and flagship motor cars of Linfield batting order. Here comes the pitch from Jackson. It's grounded weakly to second base. Right to Schneider, the man of the hour for the Jays, and he throws him out. Francis went 1 inning, no runs, a hit, and a strikeout. And here's the pitcher, Pablo Reyes, getting a nice hand. He pitched the scoreless 9th inning, pitching around 2 walks and a single, but he made a great play to save himself. At least 2 runs. Grabbing a 1-hopper. Reyes swings and drives one to right center field. Hit pretty well, but Biggio moves back, still going back, has the room, and makes the catch in front of the track. So Pablo walked twice and struck out, winds up today 0 for 2. And here's Jarren Duran, the last Red Sox hope, although it's 13-1 Toronto. He's 0 for 4. On the afternoon. Chris Bassett headed to his 11th win. He pitched well with a big lead. There's a foul to the left, out of play. That'd make Bassett 11-6. Kansas City here tomorrow, 7:10. Brian Bayo against Cole Raggins, a lefty. Red Sox have yet to see the Royals this year. The pitch is wide. Kansas City lost to the Phillies today 8-4. They had their 7-game win streak snapped last night. So they'll come in at 36-77. The pitch is a little bit low. Two down, ninth inning. 13-1 Jays. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at an inside breaking ball. 2-2. Red Sox will drop 5 behind the Toronto Blue Jays. Right now they'd be the third wild card. It'd be Tampa Bay, Houston, and then Toronto. And the 2-2 is swung on and fouled to the third base side, out of play. This is game number 111. So still a long way to go. Two pitch is a check swing. He went around, strike 3, ball game over. Toronto sweeps the Red Sox. Mercy. Final 13-1. Toronto wins it.
New Brake Best Select Pro. Professional grade brake pads and rotors from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When looking for a partner in your property search, know that agents who are realtors are different. Realtors are bound by a code of ethics, putting your best interests first. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
The blockbuster event of the summer is here.
Outrunning a helicopter isn't exactly what I had in mind for my beach getaway.